So are the rest of you coming upstairs?
As we're going in,
I'm already there.
Okay.
Just so you know, I'm not going to have streaming going, but I'm recording from here on out. So I'll upload from here later on.
Cool.
Okay.
So, any of the rest of you come in here, I gesture back. Oop, we lost Mindy. Or she just turned off her camera. So.
I'm here.
Okay, cool. So the rest of you who come in, I'm just going to essentially point at the bones, which have this sort of greenish glow over them, and said, well, I've located the recently missing Saint Andrel. I have 3 questions left that we can ask of him if anyone has anything. He won't know anything beyond his death, so I don't know how useful he is to our current purposes other than identifying that this is what we were looking for. But if anyone has any great ideas, we have 3 questions left.
So maybe something about fighting the devil?
I'm going to turn back to the bone and say, do you remember who you were fighting when your memory ceases?
Wait a second. Man, Speak with Dead and Sending are like the best way to wreck anyone's preparation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so is Dawn.
Oh,
He's trying.
yes. Speaking of Varesh, if you wouldn't mind unpreparing Dawn, since we talked about that stuff, you can prepare something else in its stead.
before resting?
No, you can do it right now if you
Oh,
want.
okay. Thank you.
I'm retroactively, since I shouldn't have let you cast that to begin with. Okay. What was the question again?
If he knows who he was fighting in that battle.
Strahd von Zervich.
And I kind of like looked at the group, and I hold up. It's like, we have 2 questions left.
Perhaps you ask him what is best way to fight Strahd.
And I turn back to the box and ask, we are currently attempting to fight that same foe. How can we best battle Strahd?
Lee.
Was that Flea?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, well,
So we need to find some fleas.
yes.
You have, what, one remaining question?
One left, yeah.
Perhaps ask him where is or what is Strahd's greatest weakness that he knows of? Besides
ask-
his unfailing love for Maiden. Everybody knows that bullshit.
Should we ask that, or should we ask if he knows of any tools or weapons? I mean, we know some weapons that could be of use to him. We just don't necessarily know where they all are. But like, should we ask if he knows of any advantages we could gain against him? And this is to the group, not the box. Like, I'm fine with that one too. I don't know which would be more useful.
That's
That's fine. I'm just gonna turn back and ask, like, if fleeing is not an option, do you know, or how could you direct us to anything we could use against Strahd?
I'm searching my knowledge of
Yeah, you're fine.
centuries-old Barovian history, which is difficult because this is pretend. His power comes from great evil in the mountains to the south.
And I kind of nod towards the box and say, "Thank you. Return to your rest." And like the glow fades.
All will be well.
Mm,
I just closed the box.
He didn't actually say that. Yeah. Your vision kind of returns to normal, and no one else sees anything happening, but the bones just turn back to bones, and everything looks back to normal for you.
Okay.
So at this point, I've realized that these were the bones that we were looking for.
Mm.
These are the bones you're looking for.
Uh-huh.
It's true.
So I have a question. Why does the man downstairs have these if he knows nothing about vampires? And I'm going to turn and look it out of here.
That's an excellent question.
I'm downstairs.
Yeah, he's
downstairs.
he's still
You
outside.
didn't come up. You didn't come up.
No,
Okay,
he did
then I'm
not.
just going to... Okay. Are we taking the bones with us?
Yeah,
Okay.
those go back to the church.
Okay. So we can go ahead downstairs. Right?
Okay,
Yeah.
Who is carrying the bones?
I'm probably the strongest out of everybody.
It's nothing. It's not. I mean, it's not heavy. It's a little box with some bones and some dust in it.
Yeah, but compared to Benedict and Wheelie McWheels here, I should probably carry them down the stairs.
We can just use Dylan as a wheelbarrow. Just put him in his lap.
Well, there's that.
Wheel him
No.
along.
Wow, y'all are ableist. Yeah, I mean, if Silex is going to take them, then you just go over and pick up the box, and you don't need to add this to your inventory or anything, but you are now carrying the bones of an ancient Valachian saint.
So when we get downstairs, then I will look at the old man and say, "Well, we found the bones of Saint Andrel." And then I'll look at Otavir and wait to see what his reaction is.
Both Otavir and Henrik look kind of confused, and they look at each other and shrug.
Benedict? I'm gonna.
Where did this crate come from? And I point at the thing that Silex is holding.
And I'll shake it a little bit.
Don't shake the saint's bones. Disrespect.
Don't shake St. Andrew? I have not seen that before.
You're a very unobservant man, aren't you?
Where was that?
In his bedroom, if I'm not mistaken.
In the booby trap wardrobe. Is that a wardrobe you use? I'm gonna look at the man again.
You told me not to.
No, you were being very annoying. How'd you go?
Was that to the David? Was that to the cabinet maker?
That was to the cat that was trying to eat a nail out of the wall from this room that Ash took her shelves down in. He's also being annoying, though, so we can direct it to him as well.
clearly, this man has no spine, so let's just
We need to get these bones back to the church as quickly as possible
let
to
this
restore their protection.
take bones, take the donuts, and take the cup of the carpenter, and that will be the one thing we steal.
You're gonna take his Starbucks cup?
Correct.
Okay. It is actually paper, and it has the little cardboard holder to keep you from getting your fingers burnt. It's cold now, but there's about a third of the coffee is left.
Does it have his name misspelled on the outside?
Yes. It
It
says
says Juan.
No, it says Henrik, but with a Y.
Some things transcend realities.
Okay, knowing that the coffee is cold, I'll just take the donuts.
Okay. You have a box of
Yeah.
mostly eaten donuts.
Oh, it's not to eat. It's a power play.
Spite.
So,
This is a spite move.
right. Let us go check out the wagon.
Where did you get the donuts?
From Dungeons and Donuts.
Not you.
Oh,
Oh, they were upstairs. They were mostly eaten, discarded. We are taking out the trash. We are helping. Grab it.
I
and
look
bite
in
it.
the box. I look in the box of donuts. Is there a donut that is not eaten?
yes.
I will take the donut that is not eaten out of the box.
Okay.
I cast Mage Hand. Snatch it.
We're gonna fight for donuts. Okay.
Yeah. You go to take the donut out of the box, and then all of a sudden this skeletal hand, which you've seen before, apparates right in front of you, and quickly just dashes in and grabs the donut out of the box.
Leave the donut.
I shake my head and I reach into my pocket and I pull out like 10 silver and I give them to the cabinet maker or the coffin maker and just kind of like nod an apology to him.
Thank you, good sir.
Erish is very confused about what's happened, but he just drops the donut on the ground and leaves.
I shake my head again, and I've got like the box in my hands. I'm like, we're gonna take these back to the church where they belong. And if a crazy lady tries to give you any more packages, just don't. Or call the town guard if someone tries to give you a package
Oh, yeah.
that you're not expecting.
Yes, of course. Yes.
Okay, we're gonna leave now
I'm gonna be
and
watching
take
you.
these back where they belong.
I might check up on you later.
If you need a coffin, I'll give you a discount.
Don't forget to get rid of dirt boxes upstairs.
Yes.
You might also consider relocating, as if the woman who left the boxes here comes back and finds things as they currently are. I suspect it will probably not go well for you. Cheers. All will be well. And I turn.
All will be well. Okay.
The narrator.
Is everyone
All of
walking
his
out?
back will not be well.
Is everyone walking out?
Yes.
I'm at the back because I don't trust anybody in this damn party anymore.
Erish is.
Keep yourself. Get out the door.
When we get out, it's like, I do not know why you were fucking with me. This was totally an intimidation play. I wasn't doing it to steal. It was to intimidate him. So,
But were you taking his donuts?
I was going to bite the donut in front of him, leave it in front of him, and walk out. It's the power move. You're fucking with me. I cannot believe this shit. And he is just... Varish is whispering and like... You're a fucking fucker.
Gentlemen,
And,
perhaps we have more pressing matters than the deeply
Let us-
concerning issue of the donuts.
let us go look inside the wagon. Perhaps there might be something else in there.
Okay. Yeah. There's the wagon that y'all had found earlier is parked to the side of the shop, and it's obviously a Vistani wagon, but other than that, you don't notice anything just from looking at it.
Can we see anything? How it was pulled?
It's
With our
I don't know the name of it. It's got those long plank
Yes,
things that attach to a horse.
I understand that. Are there horses?
No,
Yeah.
Just to save time, is it worth investigating? I mean,
no.
okay. Then I believe you as the DM. So
And again, we're gonna have to find horses for this. Leave it here for right now, and let's go tell our Vistani friends that we found their wagon, and we can work out a way to claim it because we don't have any horses. I'm not dragging this thing through town.
Barish
The
reaches
boat-
into his
Go ahead.
pack, and he starts writing a little note that says, "We showed your friends the dawn," and just sticks it on the inner door, and just
I approve.
Oh no, you didn't see it. It's very,
Okay.
very cash. Very.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have noticed. I'm still pretty
Guys,
pissed about the undead.
I really think we need to make a beeline for the church and get these back to the
Agreed.
Yep.
church.
Yep.
I like it. Do we want to take a direct route or an inconspicuous way?
It
I think
doesn't
any-
matter.
It's yeah, and any route's
Going-
going to take us through the middle of town.
Yeah, going through town, there's no one is accosting you or noticing anything unusual about your group, or at least not any more than normal. Who is the highest passive?
Am I getting lots of Cape admirers?
You are. Cheyenne, Varesh, and Benedict. As y'all are closing in on the Church of St. Andrew, right outside the blacksmith, you notice a doll sitting in the middle of the road. And Benedict, you immediately recognize this as the doll that you picked up at Blinksy's and happened to see in the road earlier today. I think that was today. It may have been yesterday.
No, it was today.
I just swap a look with who was it with that was with me before? Was it Audavir? And yeah, I just kind of like swap a look at the two of you and sigh heavily and like walk past it.
What the hell with this doll again? Ugh.
One thing at a time.
I'm not. Go ahead. Whoever was.
As we're walking by the doll, can I cast the Blessing of the Seeker on myself?
Nice.
Yes,
True See.
but I don't remember what it does.
True sight.
This spell gives the willing creature you touch the ability to see things as they actually are. For the duration, the creature has true sight. Notice the secret door is hidden by magic and can see into the ethereal plane all out to a range of 120 feet.
Okay. Yeah, you get that going, and but nothing seems unusual about where you are right now.
How about that doll?
I don't think so. Let me look at True Sight again real quick. Yeah, you don't notice anything unusual about it with your True Sight.
Okay. Shall we continue to the church?
Hey, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna cast Detect Magic on it. I'll pop a first level spell for it. This doll we have seen many times. Perhaps it's more than coincidence.
Just another delightful quality of this God's forsaken country. As with most things, I suspect no good will come of it.
Perhaps when I look into the ether, we will see.
Hang on.
And I'm actually gonna cast it as a spell. I don't want to waste the time doing a ritual.
Okay, so yeah, Cheyenne has True Sight going. You have Detect Magic going. You sense a some sort of enchantment.
Okay. Seeing that it's magic, mm, I shall grab the doll this time.
Yeah, you pick up the doll, and it's definitely a Blinksy item, and it's well made. This one, and it appears to be a little girl.
Perhaps before this day is done, we go back to see Blinksy about this particular make and model. But yes, on to the church. I'm tired of this doll, seeing it in the street, looking at this with... Again, starts to mumble and... The fucking place, I just want to fix my eyeball and...
I'm not going to pull up a map for the church because I don't expect we'll need it. Yeah, y'all walk into the Church of St. Andrew, and it's the usual thing. You've got some random people milling about in the various pews. You see an altar boy at the very back working on some things. As you're walking in, you notice there are a lot of townspeople and kind of workmen, a couple of towns guard, and they're setting up tables everywhere. And like you get the impression that the Feast of St. Andrew will be happening right here at the church.
Do we see
Gotta
the main priest guy that we'd spoken to before?
Yeah, Father Lucian is back priesting about.
I think I would make a beeline for him, like sort of pulling Silex along with me if he's
Okay.
not
Mhm.
following.
Hello, welcome back again.
We
I'll just take the cabinet door and like open one side of it, and point.
The box.
Yeah, the box.
Okay.
I was like, you took the whole wardrobe? I guess I missed that.
Yeah, I was confused
You're
too.
pissed
It's
off about a donut, but you let him take the fucking armoire.
he
Great.
holds up a finger, sits down a wardrobe, and like,
it's in the bag of holding. Yes,
bless the morning, Lord, you found it.
indeed, confirmed. We had a brief conversation. He's a nice chap. Could we put these somewhere?
I shall take them immediately to the reliquary. Please come. And he starts. You're handing the box to him? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'll follow him where he's
Okay.
taking it.
Yeah, he takes you to that room downstairs where he initially told you that these were missing, and he just places it back on it's not an altar, it's just kind of a nice table in the back. I can't thank you enough. The church shall be a sanctuary again against the evils of this land.
Jason, out of game, I'm trying to remember. Did he say when he said the bones were stolen, had that affected anything beyond just the sanctuary effect not being in place? Like, was that limiting his healing abilities or anything?
No.
Okay, all right.
The bones.
I tried, Dylan.
The bones provide protection for the church.
Got it.
Literally, it's the sanctuary spell.
Yeah.
Varys seeing him putting them right back where they were before goes, perhaps you put them under the table, like we're not in plain sight, like they were stolen, so perhaps we make a cage or I
Maybe
found
a
some
lock on the
fake
door.
bones. Put some fake bones up top and then have the real ones somewhere more secure, perhaps?
I'd never considered such things. The idea that someone would take these was unheard of to me. And he takes a blanket that's kind of on the table and he pulls it up and puts it over the box.
Yes, that should take care of it. He just kind of laughs.
perhaps we make a little box with the key, like hidden in the safe or something, ground safe.
I have some various reliquary things that we should do for that purpose. Yes, but
Dangerous place, you know. Guard your stuff.
Perfect. Let
Is-
us. Oh,
Is
sorry.
there anything we should know about this this festival that's happening tomorrow?
perfect timing that you've returned these and sanctified our church before the festival. It's just a shared meal of the town in solidarity and celebration of the protection that Saint Angel provides us. It's simply a meeting. I usually give a little speech, and we share food together. And typically, townspeople will bring their own meal that they've cooked at home, and then people can trade and eat various other things that others have brought. I don't know if you have such a custom where you're from.
Interesting. I'm curious. We had a brief conversation with the spirit of Saint Andrel to confirm that these were in fact his bones.
You spoke to him.
Very briefly, he mentioned that he fell fighting against he who shall not be named.
Devil.
Yes, the devil. Could you tell us anything about like the story of Saint Andrel and that how he died?
We don't really know all of the particulars, but ages ago, the devil came to this town and was attacking it, and Saint Andrel died right here on these grounds, defending the townspeople against his wrath.
Was he a priest? Was he what was he?
No, he was just a local man who decided to take up arms in defense against the devil.
He also mentioned that the devil's power stems from some location in the mountains to the south. Is that
No one
Does
goes
that-
there. I don't know much about Mount Galactus. It's cold and inhospitable, but the people who tend to go up there don't come back.
Otavir gets very grumpy at the mention of the southern mountains.
how do you spell that mountain, Jason?
Carefully.
Quite well, thank you.
It doesn't matter that much as long as I know what I'm
Oh,
talking
I said
about.
it wrong. It's Gakis.
Gakis?
Ghakis.
Okay. I don't remember if I have anything else about that in my notes or not. Let's see.
Those little pickles, right?
Okay, so I flip back through my notes and say that the wizard Kazan from Strahd's journal had directed Strahd to a temple of amber to find a cure for his mother's illness, which supposedly sat atop Mount Gakis above Solenka Pass. And there Strahd met Archmage Exithanter, who told Strahd he had a destiny, and Strahd communed with ancient powers and made a pact. So, a site of some interest, perhaps, at some point. And I thank the father and said, "Thank you. Please do keep this place more secure."
Yes, I shall have to get a better lock.
Indeed, perhaps a guard, even if it's something so important.
You're full of excellent security ideas. I have not a mind for such things, obviously.
It's a dangerous land. It's good to the good people of the land shouldn't be troubled by that any more than they need to be. So,
Before we go, perhaps we could buy some incense from you and 4 ivory strips you might have on hand.
You've done us a service. I wouldn't dare sell such things to you. We do happen to have various artifacts. I'm sure I could find some ivory, and it is a church. I have plenty of incense.
Okay, ivory strips should be about the value of 50 gold each. I hate talking about money, but we have to have the right ingredients to make a cake.
I find it odd you would make a cake out of incense and ivory, but
Oh, yes. That's,
you are very strange, and so yeah. But please, the altar boy upstairs can find what you need.
dope. I'd have the ingredients for legend lore now.
I'm gonna skip having you go
Yeah.
through the actual conversation, and the altar boy can find what you need.
Cool.
All right. Anything else for Father Luchin, or do we want to move on to somewhere else?
Well, Father Luchin, one last thing. I know we asked before, but perhaps in light of recent things, you might know of, your memory might be jogged of ancient, powerful healer in this land. We went to Carnival. There was a very powerful healer there, but he was not able to do anything about this.
I would be careful about making deals with the Fae. They are strange, otherworldly creatures.
This whole
I
place is otherworldly to me, so whether talking to you or to fake creature, it makes no difference to me. I just want to get home.
I suppose I've never considered that perspective before. I don't know of much of anyone.
Yes,
left
yes,
the-
okay. Thank you.
Perhaps you should try praying to the Morning Lord.
I only prayed to one person, not him. Let us go.
Very well.
He's a little grumpy since the whole.
We're all a little grumpy here.
It seems to be a trend throughout the whole land.
I just want to clarify. I keep saying it's my eyeball. Varys keeps saying his eyeball, but he really wants Cheyenne to be made whole. Like that is his ongoing thing. Like the tremendous guilt that he feels every time he says himself, he's referring to Cheyenne. So, I just want that to be known.
Like as you're kind of like muttering under your breath, like I want to like sidle up on our way out and kind of like put a hand on your shoulder and say, more and more we hear of stories of great powers in this land. Perhaps if we cannot find someone to help us, perhaps we must simply take what we need. And I just sort of pat him on the back and like walk out of the church.
And on that note, I was just going to say too, Cheyenne, I don't know if you have noticed or not, but she has stopped taking care of herself. Like, she is no longer brushing her hair. She is not cleaning blood off of her clothes. So when she gets blood on her, she's starting to smell a little bit. So like she used to put on her anti-wrinkle cream multiple times a day, and at this point she's just kind of looking ragged. So
Okay, if we're saying that, then I'm gonna retcon just a little bit. Y'all will notice, if y'all are noticing that every once in a while Varys just randomly casts Prestidigitation to try to help Cheyenne out a little bit so she doesn't have to worry about it. It's really messing with them.
Cheyenne does not notice at all when she's been cleaned up. So, but I'm sure everyone else appreciates the improvement in her smell.
Man, y'all are doing all sorts of character development shit for me to work with. Okay. Are we doing anything else in the church, or are we going to go off somewhere else?
Going to pray
Out
to
of the
this
church,
God
like
that
I'm
allows
waiting
this,
for them.
this horridness in this land. Let us go to Blinksies and talk about this doll. And then we go get our suits.
As we're heading to Blinksies, I Oliver's kind of like he back a little bit, trying to figure out how to best kind of bring this up. When you're talking about the mountains to the south, he, it was you would have noticed his scowl as you mentioned them, and so it kind of catches back up to, and I'm trying to decide who he would actually talk to about this. Yeah, that's the dilemma. Is, you know what? I don't think he's there yet. He's not there yet. About, we haven't got, yeah. He hasn't figured out who he's, because he's grumpy at everybody right now, except for maybe Bo. But he's grumpy at everybody else right now. So yeah, never mind. But I am walking behind the group, kind of just contemplating a potentially a journey to the southern mountains, which he is not interested in at all.
Okay.
So off to Blinksies as we go, if that's where we're heading.
And on the way there, like as we're walking there, I'll say at some point today, I have business with the Fae. If anyone wishes to tag along, you're welcome to, but I can also go on my own.
I think I already used my cape today, didn't I?
No.
I thought I used it this morning, didn't I?
I think the cooldown's an hour.
Oh, is it?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Oh, that's the cape that lets you produce random shit, right?
Yeah, I'll have to look and see what.
Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, it's once an hour.
Holy
God.
shit!
Okay.
Pulling ancient dragons out like crazy.
Okay. Yeah. No.
The odds of him doing something bad are slim.
Not-
1%.
We're not doing
There's a
it
a
in
few
little
bad
higher than
things on there.
1%.
There's a few bad things on there.
We're
There's
not
also
doing
some
it in
very
the
good
middle of
things.
town, so keep going.
Okay. Are we just going to Blinksies?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Okay. I need Blinksy music. I don't know if I have good Blinksy music. Yeah, y'all go through town. Just people milling about. There doesn't seem to be anything of note. And you come to Blinksy's Toys.
And
Yeah.
Mr.
You open the door.
Oh.
You open the door, and there's like magical things flittering about. There's a shelf full of dolls that you saw earlier. All the various tchotchkes and trick items. There's some little birds that appear to be made out of glitter that are flying around right as you come in the door, and you walk in and hello, welcome
Yeah.
back.
Mr. Blinksy, I have quick question about this doll right here.
I'm very sorry. I do not take returns.
No return. I keep it. I give it to my monkey. But I have question about this doll. This
course.
one. This doll show up in middle of the road 2 separate times today. And I have a little bit of magic at my disposal, and I pick up a weird vibe from this one. What can you tell me about this particular doll? Not other doll that look like this doll. This doll.
May I see her?
Hand it over.
Oh yes. This is my Flavia model. And he goes to-
Flavia, like the
Flavia.
coffee maker?
No, Flavia, the Flavia, and he just hands it back to you.
What can you tell me about this particular model?
It's a doll.
Why is it magic?
Why is it magic? There's a
Yes.
little bit of magic in every Blinksy.
Literal magic.
Yes, literal magic.
Oh my shit. Look, buddy. We are getting ready for a big party. This doll keeps showing up. We already killed 4 vampires this morning, and it's not even lunchtime. Like, what is this to me? I mean, I need some answers here. Why does this doll keep showing up where we are walking?
Someone left it in the road.
Varish takes out his knife and cuts it open. Right there.
Like, what? Okay.
Yes, you said there is magic. I'm looking for the magic.
You
Since you are failing to tell me anything.
you cut into the doll, and it's what you would expect to find inside a medievally crafted child's doll. It's full of some shavings and some fur of
Whole
some
lot of
sort.
rat hair.
Yeah.
Have you sold a doll like this recently?
I don't really recall. I do a lot of business, especially with the children. If you're unhappy with it, I can sell you another one.
Varish, I think maybe you need to be more direct with your question. Do you know why this doll would be following us?
Perhaps she's taken a liking to you.
I think the dolls do often.
I didn't hear you.
I said, is that a thing that the dolls do often here in Barovia?
I don't know. I don't care for dolls, actually.
Benedict looks around
actually,
at the other dolls in the shop.
I'm not very fond of children.
Okay, well then how about this? You fix the doll, put it back on the shelf, and you don't have to worry about any money back. We just keep doll in its place.
He looks to the rest of you, and he's kind of giving you a, like, what's going on here look. He's like, okay.
And if I see the doll in the street again, I'll be very upset.
I shall try to make sure she doesn't follow you anymore. He reaches out and he takes her hand and he's waving it at you.
Benedict sighs heavily and like walks outside of the shop and just waits for everyone.
Sorry I gave you a fright, mister.
It'd be so much easier if I wasn't so good.
But you're upset about Donut. Again, I'm very confused about all of this. But let us go get our suits.
Yeah.
As we're walking out, you hear Varish go, willing to kill a fucking sheriff of a town over a stupid misunderstanding, make me turn into a T-Rex and eat people, but will not let me get upset about Donut. He eats children and pie, but I can't have Donut.
Do you want to buy anything while you're here, or?
Benedict can't stand this store and wants to spend as little time as possible in it.
I still have my toys, thank you very much.
The menu is in the thing, right?
If you can't see it, I'll throw it up for you.
Yeah.
Is that doll on this list?
No.
No. Okay. No biggie.
He has a lot of dolls. There's like almost 100. You see him taking the doll that you've given him, and he hurries it off to the back and comes back out. He starts playing with the yo-yo while you're
I want to buy
around.
the. I want to buy the Cellabones thing. The basically the glow stick.
Okay. Yeah. One of my favorite items. That would be 20 gold.
I happily hand.
I
that
tell you
over.
what, since you've returned some merchandise today, 15.
That sounds like a fair deal to me. I would also like the plush werewolf.
Do I have a price on it?
You don't.
Oh, one of my favorite items. And he holds it up. He's like, "Arr, arr, arr."
Varish is scanning and he sees the nesting doll and feels a hard compulsion to buy it, but does not.
Yeah, the plush werewolf is 5 gold.
Deal.
Jason, have we found anywhere in this city to buy healing potions? I don't recall.
Yes. The enchanter,
Okay.
Costin.
Okay. We might want to restock on those before we take our castle expedition.
I also want to buy the set of fanged wooden teeth.
Never
You-
let the bard into the store.
You are a man after my own heart. And
You know, you never know when they might come in handy.
he hands you a set, and he grabs another set, and he puts them in himself, and he goes, "Rawr."
I wonder if he did that with the pair you have bought.
They've all been personally tested by Blixie.
So another 5 for these.
Yes.
Okay.
Precious sir
All right.
today.
I will pay him my 25 gold.
Okay. Anyone else want to shop, or are we off to somewhere else?
We are off.
Yep.
Okay. All will be well. Yarr.
All will be. Arrgh.
Okay. Y'all head out of Blinksty's Toys and back into town.
We're going to get our you were going to get your clothes, suits.
We need that. We need health potions. I need to go visit the Fey guy back at the circus ground or wherever he was.
Yeah, where
I'm
do
fine.
we think,
Oh, I'm
where
sorry,
do
go
we
ahead.
think potions? Yeah, where
He said the enchanter, who I don't remember where he's at.
oh Drake's
Austin
on a plane.
Vertigo is at Drake's on the Plane.
Okay, then yeah, so that's where are we? So that's to the southwest, and then the clothes are which one is the clothes store?
Closier.
Oh, you're right in the middle.
Yeah,
Endless
Endless
Delight.
Delight. You're pretty you're closest to that.
So we should just do clothes first.
Perfect.
Okay. Y'all walk over to the Endless Delight clothier, and Alana greets you. Is like, "Oh, you're back again. How may we help you?"
Oh, we were just following up on the progress of the work. We have already had an eventful day.
Who has already commissioned and or ordered something?
I did.
Autumnbeer, didn't you get something?
I have the cape.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I have.
Oh, yes, your suit's ready. You already paid for it, didn't you?
I did.
Good, because I don't remember what I said it cost. Please, hold on. Undress. And, she turns to her brother, who runs off, and, he comes back, and he's just got a nicely wrapped package. It's got some, red twine holding it together, and some brown, butcher paper. They handed that to you.
Thank you. I cannot wait to see what it looks like.
I would like to commission a suit, a fancy suit, appropriate for a ball or a diplomatic affair. Blacks and reds, and if you could incorporate some of this into the lining, I would be appreciative. And he pulls out like some paperwork and puts it on there, and he's essentially scribbled. And this is just mainly for flavor, but he's got a bunch of sigils that are typically warding against or designed to guard against like evil. I don't know that it would have a spell effect unless there's something you want to work with, but it's mainly just he's trying to cover his bases before they go into Strahd Central. Like he wants that on like the lining on the inside of the suit.
We should be able to accommodate you. I believe we could put something together. Are we talking a full tuxedo, or something a little not quite as stuffy?
Be is fine. Yes, just like a suit or a tuxedo would be delightful.
Oh, good. Yes, that should take no time at all. We're quite adept at those. Yes, perhaps if you would just give us a few hours, we're kind of low on tasks today, but I believe about 50 gold should cover this.
Fine. I'd also like a like an accompanying cloak, like a hooded cloak that would go well with this. So the weather is often dreary here.
I actually have just the thing that was left here by a man who probably has taste similar to yours. It's got some sort of interesting patterns, stars and moons, and magic wands, things like that.
Can she bring it out so I can see this?
Oh, yes, of course. She brings out it's a black cape with a blue lining, and there are gold stars, moons, magic wands, various things like that.
Okay. Yeah, that will do nicely. How much for the cape?
We can add that to the ensemble for you for 5 gold, maybe.
Okay. I put 55 gold on the counter. Pass it over.
She writes everything down and gives you a little invoice. Anyone's buying clothes?
Is there anything out like on display, or is it all
Yes.
okay? What's
the-
on display?
Their display room in the front is very large. If you go into the back, there are rows and rows and rows upon various things. The shop is divided. The men's wear is on the left, ladies' wear is on the right. But there are a couple of gowns of various kinds in display. There's one actually in the front window. It's got a deep neckline, and it's white with kind of a gold filigree around it.
What is the closest thing to me?
The closest thing to you, there is a red ball gown. You would suspect it's gone a bit out of style. It's got big shoulders, but it looks very nice though. It's not anything that would be too out of date.
Cheyenne's gonna grab the thing closest to her, the red ball gown, and say, "This is fine." And then,
Oh, wonderful! That's on clearance today. That would only be 20 gold.
okay, She goes,
Benedict, before she can pay, puts 20 gold on the counter. Slides it across.
oh, thank you.
Of course.
I'm going to wad up the ball gown and shove it into my bag.
Oh,
Assist you with anything else? Are you wearing these to the feast tomorrow?
These are for a different party.
Oh, yes. I was about to say, typically people will dress nice for the Feast of St. Angels, but not necessarily this nice. It's not, a formal occasion.
Well,
I was just going to wear this, and Cheyenne's going to motion to her rumpled clothes.
I see. Can I help any of the others today?
I think we are good.
I'm
Very
good.
well. I will be well.
All will be well.
yes, indeed.
Yep, or two.
Let's see. I've got my errand, and then we've got healing potions, unless anybody else has anything.
Do you need to ask Costin about anything, or do you just need to get some healing potions?
That's really all I have on my mind.
You can buy them. They're 50 gold,
Okay. Then
and
I will
however
buy.
many you want.
Yeah, let me see.
He has enough for everyone. I think I would like to buy one as well.
Yeah, he's got resupply.
I'm buying 10 of them. I'm gonna throw down some cash. So
Yeah. Okay. Mark off 500 gold.
yep. I haven't spent a whole lot while we've been here, so
Okay. Where to now?
I want to go see the Fae Omarion or whatever his name was back, and I let the group know that like I have a private task with them, but I can attend to it myself, or they're welcome to come with it if they would like.
Hold on. Cassidy just walked in with 4 pounds of Harbro gummy bears. One of her friends said they don't like the regular ones, so they gave them to her. So I've never seen this many bags of Harbro, and I still have more.
And the shitty thing is, it's going to be gone in like a day, or at least
They are.
if you're like I am.
Yeah,
I
they're.
challenge you to finish them before the session is over.
No.
I will
Pardon.
give you a level if you finish this before the session is over.
This session is entitled "Varesh Gets Diabetes."
Is everyone going back to the carnival?
No.
I would assume you would go there eventually because Cheyenne has her thing, but it's up to you guys.
Yeah, in fact, I'll ask Cheyenne if she wants to come with me, since she had an appointment there.
I am not.
Yeah, I'm.
Cheyenne's gonna go, oh, right. Yeah, okay. And she's gonna go with you.
Okay. Those of you who are not going to the carnival, where are you going?
I will.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to the Blue Water Inn and just to give you a heads up, I'm gonna scry on the Burgermaster mansion or the Burgermaster. No,
Okay.
not the Burgermaster. The Burgermaster's son. Hold on, I
Victor.
know who that is. Victor. Yeah.
Okay. Oliver?
Yeah, I'll go back with Paresh. Mainly just to if it, and I don't know. Would you announce? Would you say what you were gonna do, or just go back? You're gonna go back.
I'm going to go back and I have some things I need to do. Perhaps peeking on some people, looking at some places. I have my ways.
It it's a good idea for us to at least buddy up. So I'll go with Fresh.
Okay, I am going to go with the carnival group first.
As soon as he says "buddy up," Varish, where his eye would be kind of, his eyebrow cocks just a little bit, and he's like, "Fair enough."
Okay,
Where's Silex going? Are you going with the hotel or
Carnival group.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
carnival
we can
group.
Space
You.
to test the cloak.
Sorry, what was that, Oliver?
I said maybe we can find a nice open space to test the
Oh
cape.
God.
Okay. Actually, before we start the carnival, I'm going to get some coffee. So if we want to take like a short, like 2 or 3 minute break,
Sounds good.
everyone. Yeah. Okay. The three of you walk up to the carnival grounds, and it's the same strange thing as you walk further and further into these grounds, and the world just feels different, like you're someplace that's not real. It's a very surreal type feeling. But you're in the main thoroughfare with lots of tents and vendors, and there are people juggling, and there's some fire eaters out just walking around entertaining the crowds. There's a big top that you can see off on the far side of the carnival from where you are, Cheyenne. You would assume that's where Octavian wanted to meet with you, and wherever y'all want to go now.
I want to find the. I had his name down in my notes as Omarion. I think that's right. The
That's
guy
right.
who had said that he could heal my mental issues.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. You go to where his tent was, and Cheyenne, are you going in with him?
Yes.
Silex.
Yep. I'm following the group.
Okay. The three of you all walk into Omarion's tent, and you go inside and you see him, and he's at his desk writing, and kind of flitting from back and forth on his shoulders is the imp Majesto, and this kind of serpentine fox-like demon, and it's Majesto that sees you, and it looks up, and it just kind of gives you this little cooing noise, and it flicks a forked tongue out at you, and if it could smile, you would think you would sense a smile from Majesto, and without looking up, Omarion's like, "Welcome back."
And Benedict just like walks up and kind of like leans on the desk and says, "So this ailment of mine, you say you can cure it, and the price is a treasured memory, correct?"
Oh yes, you were here before. You were the wasting disease. So to make my terms clear here, I can stop further degradation. I can't fix what's already been damaged, but I should be able to keep the disease halted in place where it is. So you won't be better, but you're also not ever going to be any worse.
Price?
As I discussed before, I collect memories and emotional states. I will take from you a treasured memory, and it will be mine. How it contributes to who you are and what you feel, will become mine. You lose it forever, so the price is high, but This is not an easy task that you've given me.
And Benedict just sort of like he like kind of like looks like kind of off into the corner, just sort of like staring into the distance for a few moments, and then like nods and says, "So be it. Let's do it."
Very well. So, I am going to begin an incantation, at which point, there will be no discomfort, but, no pain. Some people find the sensation, unnerving and uncomfortable. But, I assure you, you are not in danger. You will not be harmed. As I am doing my work, I will request that you describe to me the memory that you are unburdening yourself of. As you begin to express that it is that you will no longer have, I will absorb it, and it will be mine. At the conclusion of this process, you should be completely, as I said again, you won't be fixed, but, the disease will no longer have a foothold on you, and it will progress no further.
Jason, for flavor, I was thinking the way we could do this is essentially like once this ritual starts, like Benedict is talking, but like from everybody else's perspectives, they see sort of these flickers of what he's describing as it's
Okay.
like passing between the two.
Yeah, that works.
Because that's like I've thought that through. I haven't thought through like just I don't want to describe the full like context. I just want them to see kind of like what he's giving up.
We have, an agreement then.
We do.
Excellent. Should we... Is this something you wish to take care of immediately?
I don't wish to wait. If it can be done now, then let's do it.
It can. It's actually not a very long process. It's just, it will take some, you know what, never mind. I can do this now. No, you've nothing to worry about. It's just, not easy. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. Okay. Let us begin.
Can I insight check him to see if I can gauge?
You don't need to.
Okay.
What he's expressing, like you can tell, is just that this is going to be a good deal of work from him, but he's ready and prepared to do that, and
Okay.
you're quite sure that this is within the capability of his abilities.
Okay.
Very well. Let us begin. From your perspective, and the others may see this as well. You are going to see tendrils of light coming out of me and probing your mind. As this happens, you will speak out this memory, which will begin transferring into my mind. You may see images coming out of your friend into me, where I will take them into myself. Don't be alarmed. This is simply how this works, and let us begin. He starts muttering something, and you notice that this is not his speaking voice. This is a very light, airy, much higher pitched, almost kind of a song that he begins doing. And as he's doing this, he raises his hands and not towards Benedict, just up, and from each of his fingers, just very slowly, you see basically vines. They look to have little leaves coming off of them in a golden light, and they slowly come towards Benedict. And Benedict, as he described, this is kind of a little scary. I mean, you're not like terrified or anything. You've seen worse things here, but it's just a little unnerving. But as these tendrils make contact with your head, you feel kind of euphoric, and the tension that you had of this happening is kind of erased, and I will let you begin describing this memory that you're exchanging.
Yeah, so Benedict starts speaking, but like there's no sound from anyone else can hear, and like sort of in amongst this thread of these tendrils, you see like a point of view start to form of like city streets. Some of you might recognize. I would guess those of you familiar with Waterdeep would recognize it as Waterdeep. And like there's a perspective that's kind of like running through the streets, and there's ahead of them there's a tall girl that's probably like 13 or 14, long dark hair, dressed sort of simply, and she's like running kind of ahead of this viewpoint, and then like she looks back and gestures, and like so this viewpoint follows, and the viewpoint is shorter than her, so like you get the sense that you're seeing like Benedict as a younger child, and they kind of follow, and they're approaching like this big walled what looks like a university or some sort of like library and stuff, and he follows her, and they kind of like sneak around, and they find this gap in the wall around this university that has like it's behind bushes, and there's like a gap in the wall that's kind of broken open, and like he follows her through into this, and they over the course of a few minutes they kind of like sneak past guards and like sages and stuff that are running in there, and find this staircase that leads up, and they sneak their way up into eventually this huge expansive library that's like got a locked gate on it, and while Benedict is kind of like looking back and kind of watching down the stairs, like this girl like pulls out a set of lockpicks and like picks her way into the into this, and like opens the gate, and they sneak in, and it's abandoned. There's like candles and stuff, and like they go, and then at this point it becomes just like a series of sort of like flashes of like them like sitting on like the floor, like flipping through like these piles of books and stuff, and just like talking back and forth, and then like just like all sorts of stuff, just like lore and history and stuff, and like you'll see the girl occasionally like sort of pacing back and forth and reading from something, and like acting sort of overacting in a way that's just trying to make Benedict laugh, and then like eventually, several hours have passed and stuff, and like you hear all of a sudden they both react, and there's like a guard on the other side of the room trying to get a gate on the opposite side open, and like they both take off and like run back the way they came and manage to escape through the streets, and now it's like sundown, and they end up like on the docks of the harbor of Waterdeep, and just like end up like laughing and stuff, and sort of like swapping their war stories of this little adventure that they had, and like the girl kind of like puts her arm around Benedict and like tousles his hair, and like he looks at her and smiles, and then looks out at like the sunset, and at that point the however we want to envision the spell ending, like I'd say like maybe that final moment, like the color starts to drain out of it sort of from the edges. It just sort of like tunnel visions down to this point, and then it's gone.
As y'all are seeing these images appearing out of the air, they're kind of breathy and ethereal, like shapes in fog, and you see them just hanging in the air and starting to dissolve. But as they're doing that, you see them floating literally into Omarion. Was that the end of it? Well, like, were you...
Yeah, that's basically like the sitting on the dock is the end of this memory, and
you see Omarion just kind of smile, and as the last image gets absorbed into him, you see the tendrils of light slowly begin to retract, and his eyes have been closed this entire time, and he has this very contented, pleasant smile. And he doesn't even open his eyes, and he just... It is done.
And I'd say for flavor, Benedict like kind of like staggers a little bit against the desk, and like he's sweating, and he kind of catches his breath, and then just kind of like mops at it.
You hear your patron, what's his name? Hex?
I don't think I call him Hex. I don't think I've ever said the full name to anybody in the group.
Okay. Like, I know you have to me, but I also don't know how to say it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Right after this happens, you hear Hex's voice in your head, and just really quickly, he goes, I warned you. And you no longer remember this person.
Yeah.
At all.
Yep.
Okay.
So I would say, like, Benedict has a sense of like something important being lost, but he doesn't remember what he gave away.
So we know that one memory left him, right?
Yes.
And he kind of staggered out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go over and kind of try to offer him some support and say, sometimes it's better to forget anyway.
And he kind of like looks at you and like looks a little confused and just disoriented and unsettled, and says, kind of like gives you a weird sort of smile, and then just like looks back at Omeria and says, "If it's done, then it's done. I have no more business here."
I'll help you out of the tent.
Okay. Yeah, I would go out into the street and just kind of like take a moment, trying to sort of like get a...
Before you leave,
Yeah.
Omarion actually just falls back into his chair, and he just kind of, he's breathing heavily, and he just kind of sighs, and he's like, "This was one of the better ones. A transaction has concluded. If any of the rest of you have any other need of my abilities, now would be the time. I hear the carnival may be leaving this place within the next few days."
I'm gonna point at my nose and ask, "Can you fix this?"
I said before, I'm not able or willing to undo a covenant with another Fae, which you have technically entered into.
I think we're done then.
I wish you the best, and thank you for that. Majesto looks at you and kind of coos again.
Yeah, like I walk out. I don't even look at him again once we're done.
Okay. Are y'all going to go see Octavian?
Sure.
David, were you saying something?
No, I was gonna say I was basically gonna ask her the same question. I was like, "You still want to go see this guy?"
Okay. The three of y'all make your way through the fairgrounds, and you go to the big top. Out front, there's a couple of ticket takers. Is what you assume these people are. They're Fae, but they're dressed up kind of like the old time movie ushers with the little fez and coattails. They look very uncomfortable in these clothes. You wouldn't expect Fae to normally be in something like this. And they're at the front, and they just ask who you are, and you mention you're there to see Octavian. And one of them is like, "Hold here, please." And he goes back inside and comes back out a minute or two later and is like, "He's ready to see you." I actually have I don't have Silex and Benedict on this map, but you don't need to be. So yeah, Octavian is actually out on the stage of the big top, waiting for you guys. And you approach and, "Oh, welcome, dear. I've been hoping you would show up. I've been looking for some of your particular talents. So you're interested in performing with my my little show, yes?"
Things have changed a bit since I talked to you, and I'm going to remove my fake nose and show him my horrific face.
"Oh, how wonderful! You're perfectly suited to circus performance."
I don't know if that's a compliment.
Oh no, of course it is. Everyone brings different perspectives and different life experiences to their performances. This is fantastic.
Oh, okay. What is it that you're looking for exactly?
Oh, well, if you have any sort of performance you would like to do, we can do that. I'd also I know that you're quite skilled at combat, and I've heard tales of other things you've accomplished, and if we could just have you perhaps demonstrate, you could spar with one of my employees during the show, put on a big fight, and yeah, just entertain the audience that way. And if you want to, sing and dance and do those, that'd be fine too. But I would definitely think that kind of a mock duel of sorts would be appropriate.
Okay. I'm usually offer only, but I can see how with the face you would want me to audition. So I have prepared a scene, and then I can spar with your employees, I guess, if that's the way your auditions work.
Oh, there'd be no need to practice that. But you said you wish to show me something beforehand, yes?
Yes. And so Cheyenne's gonna go up on stage and center herself, and then my name is Cheyenne, and I will be preparing a scene, or I will be performing a scene. I will be playing both parts myself. I'm going to once again get into character. You're impossibly fast and strong. Your skin is pale white and ice cold. Your eyes change color, and sometimes you speak like you're from a different time. You never eat or drink anything. You don't go out into the sunlight. How old are you? She does a quick costume change. 17. How long have you been 17? A while. I know what you are. Say it out loud. Say it. Vampire. So Cheyenne finishes her scene, which is both overacted and somehow giving no emotion at the same time. And she's ready to spar with your employee.
There'd be no need to go through that. That you're hired. Yes. Give me 1 second. I gotta look something up.
Okay.
Like that was amazing.
That was
Bravo.
incredible.
Thank you. Thank you.
Brava!
I want to say that Benedict watched this and is suddenly just like, he doesn't even understand why, but he's deeply moved and is just like ugly crying near the side of the stage, trying to disguise it.
I just want to reiterate that her audition was not good. I don't know
No, that's fine.
if it still moved Benedict. Okay.
And he's working through some stuff. He's lost something and he doesn't understand what, so he's in an emotionally
Gotcha.
frayed.
Gotcha.
I just sent some of you something on Discord. You're gonna need at some point, not right now. Okay. Yeah, actually, roll a performance check.
Me?
Yeah.
$21.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that was absolutely lovely, my dear. You're comfortable doing this with an audience, of course.
I mean, well, we have some way to cover up, and she points at her nose and then her ear and then her hand.
I would not want you any way but the way you are.
Oh, thank you.
So, I don't know how long the Fae are staying here, but How would 300 gold sound
To do what?
for your performance?
Just to do the scene again. Done.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
You do your scene.
Absolutely.
You do the little fight to entertain the crowd, and that's it.
Perfect.
Very well. I'll expect you back in 15 minutes.
Okay.
I fear he pulls out a pocket watch and is like, I fear it is time. Yes, please back here to the dressing room, and we have some chocolates and a bit of what is that the drink that the Barovians have, the wine, yes,
Rosé.
yes, we have the red and the white, but we can pour them together, and you can figure all that out. There's a bar back there. Is there anything else you would need in the green room that I could get for you very, very quickly?
Maybe some fresh fruit would be nice.
Very well. And he turns to the back of the stage and yells something, and you see some scurrying motion. And he's like, Very well, this way. I suppose your friends here are wishing to see you perform?
Oh, I'm sure they'll want to watch.
Oh, if you gentlemen would just wait here in the audience, we're about to open the gates, and since obviously you're a friend of our star performer tonight, you two don't have to pay admission.
Bonus.
Your gambling friend isn't here.
Oh, he had a thing.
Very well, very well. Yes, if you will come backstage with me, my dear, and we shall get you ready. And
Can I insight check him to see if I get a read on this guy?
Give me a roll.
Mm-hmm.
None of the things you hear on the soundtrack are actually happening in.
That's fine. 22
for flavor. Nothing he has said has been wrong. You get the feeling there's some things he has not been forthright about, but he has also not been dishonest.
Okay, I think I'm just gonna kind of like keep an eye on things and see what happens.
Okay.
I will lean close to Silex and say, I don't entirely trust this person.
Well, I mean, he's show business, you know.
Indeed.
Producers. You can never trust a producer.
Perhaps we should just be prepared for the unexpected.
Okay.
Always.
I have to change some shit. Okay, so he hurries Cheyenne backstage really quickly, and you go in. There's a green room, and it's both very small, but also it's old and kind of run down. But someone has made an effort to make it look very nice. They have taken what was not a great place and tried to make it pretty. You smell some sort of perfume on the curtains, which are red velvet, on the way into the room. And there's basically just a mirror with some torches next to it, and then there's a cheese platter, and you have some various wines, and there's a changing area, but you notice there's not anything in it. There's not a costume or anything, and basically there's just a chair next to the table for you to wait. And while she is backstage, people begin funneling in.
While you're getting that set up, Cheyenne's gonna go over to the mirror and sit down in front of it and start to readjust her fake nose and then think for a minute and then just pull it off and leave it off.
And y'all need to hold on 1 second because I need to bring the dogs in.
Mindy, how long have you been planning that scene?
I actually had something else planned that we didn't get done in time, but that was part of it, and that was
Oh.
a part that I could do without all of the other stuff getting done. So
It was fantastic.
but yeah, basically since the first time we talked about auditioning.
Excellent.
Okay. That should be on repeat. Hang on. So yeah, the two of you who were out in the audience noticed that people begin to funnel in. It's a mixture of a couple Fae and just some random Barovians. I will let you guys put yourselves wherever you want on the map. I think you can move. And Shari, you're not actually out on stage yet. Octavian's going to come out and introduce you. Is it? Hang on. Someone messaged me. David, you sent me a comment.
I was flipping back over to that chat. That was unintentional.
Oh, okay. So, Octavian comes out on stage, and he claps his hands, and the torches in front of the stage light up. You don't know if this is stagecraft or magic. Ladies and gentlemen, from distant lands, I bring you a new performance from the lovely Lady Cheyenne, who is here to show you a spectacle of combat and performance, the likes of which you have never seen. Please, everyone, join me in a round of applause in welcoming our newcomer to the stage, Lady Cheyenne! And the crowd gives kind of a lukewarm, halfway enthusiastic. And as you're walking by, Octavian looks at you, and he just kind of whispers this in his side. He's like, Do your little performance, and then just open the trunk, and my man inside will duel you, and you defeat him, and everything. The audience loves it, okay? And he scurries off to the front of the house over here on the side, and you are on stage.
I will repeat the scene that I just did, but I'm not gonna repeat it in full.
Okay. Give me another performance check.
Okay. $13.
The audience gives you, at the end of your little skit, they give you a moderate amount of applause. Perfect timing. They enjoyed it, but not necessarily, there's not like an ovation or anything, but they seem to like it.
Benedict is standing and applauding heartily, while like trying to choke back tears.
Cheyenne is bowing and clutching her chest and bowing again, as if everyone is reacting the same way that Benedict is.
Okay.
Silex is like miming, like, I have notes.
Cheyenne chooses to ignore Silex and continues bowing for Benedict. And then with a flourish, she walks over to the box and opens the box.
You open the box, and
What's in the box?
you immediately notice that there is not a person inside. Your vision starts to kind of go gray and go black, and you're not entirely sure what's happening here. This feels like you've been drugged, like some sort of hallucinogen or something along those lines. You start feeling dread.
Mm-hmm.
And give me a minute here.
Cheyenne. It's your brother. You left us and they killed us. They killed our whole family. I'm in such pain, Cheyenne. But you ran away. You left us all alone. Cheyenne. Come play with your brother. What they did to us. You let them all die. And now it's your turn.
Second version was way creepier as far as audio, so that worked out well.
Okay. Am I still like blacked out on stage while this is going on? Am I coming to like what's
Jason, you're muted.
No, you were not blacked out on stage. It's much, much worse than that.
Oh, good.
Cheyenne, you would recognize this as the hall in your family's mansion back in Gauntle City. It's not a good way for me to show this on stream because it's a very long map. We can theater the mind it for anyone that happens to be watching. So yeah, this is obviously some time ago, and you can see several people feasting up at the top of this place that you're in, and you haven't seen this place in a long time. This is home, and you're both terrified because you can see that there are people here that are hostile to your family, but you're also somewhat nostalgic because you haven't seen home in such a long time. And Cheyenne, and actually I need everyone to roll for initiative.
You want us to use our regular initiative? Or
Sure.
you did,
Or just
Okay.
straight.
Regular
I'm just-
item one. I mean, it's not really gonna matter.
Okay.
That's an 8 for me.
Okay.
Yeah, because isn't your initiative anyway? Whatever your roll is plus your dexterity modifier.
Yeah.
Yeah. 15 for me.
Okay, hold on. Who else gave me a number? Benedict?
7.
I gave you an 8.
sorry.
I gave you an 8.
8.
Yep.
Bo?
Mine is actually 17.
Varesh.
14.
Cheyenne.
9.
Yeah. Why can't I sort this? Can the four of you who are not Cheyenne, can y'all move those tokens at the bottom?
I can move one of them.
Yeah, you should each have control of one.
Yep.
And Cheyenne, you can move.
I don't see myself.
You were right in the middle of the room.
On the red
Just-
Oh,
carpet.
there.
Just
Okay, I
step.
see myself now. Yep.
Yeah, it's,
Okay,
it's
yeah, I can move.
it's a big map.
I can move.
Well, that's weird. Can y'all see the turn order?
Nope.
No,
No.
Well, that's weird.
it's just blank.
I can't on my screen. I don't know why you can't see it.
We could before, and then whenever you cleared out the previous ones, can't see it now.
Oh well,
That's fine.
we don't really need to know what's going on. Oh, you were up first.
Okay.
Generic walking speed, like 30.
I'm gonna say it's 40.
Okay.
And Cheyenne, you see at the south of a hall, these 4 marauders who are obviously, they have hostile intent. You're not quite sure who they are, but these people have come in here to do some serious damage. Like, these are not friendly people. Everyone else here at the tables are just some random people that would be servants of your house, friends of the family, things like that. Up at the table at the top is your mother and father with your brother standing over to the side.
Okay.
And when in the note that you sent us by named NPCs, you mean anybody that has a token?
No.
Okay.
Basically, the people... I mean, it's up to you. Like, play it how you think this... You know this, how this should go.
Okay.
But eventually you're going to be making your way up to the top.
The 3 mother, father, brother here, like the ones on the red carpet, basically to the north of the table.
Her brother is over to the side of the table.
Here?
Her
Or
parents...
here? Okay.
Oh, y'all can't see the names. I'm
No.
sorry. Let me see if I can
Hence
change
the
that.
confusion.
I don't know how to do that.
If you go into editing the token, there should be a thing that lets you turn on a nameplate.
There is, but it's clicked for me. I don't know how to make it visible for you.
I don't know. Normally, that's just what that would do. Can
Anyway,
you can you
what you meant-
like change the color of them?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll shade them.
Yeah. You just mean anybody up on the podium, or
Basically,
up on the raised area.
yeah.
Wait, actually, how do I shade?
Um,
I know how to do a dot.
if you go again, open it up. There's a let's see.
You could just dot them.
Yeah, dot or put a aura around them. You could do that too.
Yeah.
I got it. Hang on. Roll20 is going schizo.
Okay, I see the brother. Okay.
Okay, the blue dot is from left to right, mother, father, and brother.
Okay, cool.
There's names I do not know, but Cheyenne does.
Doesn't matter.
The people
All right.
we should not.
All right, Bo.
All right. I'm going to run over to here with this guy at the table there, and I am just going to stab with a dagger. And that will be... Wait. That's the damage. Is there a... What's the standard...
Did I not give you everything you
Plus
need?
5.
Yeah, I was just looking to see what the standard attack is with that.
You told me plus
Okay.
5.
I think I got it. Just I can equip one on my end and then I can see it. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't give a to hit.
All right. Yeah. That's
yeah.
a 23 on
That's
the
gonna
first
hit.
guy. So that would be a D4 plus 2. So that's 5 points of damage on him.
Okay. Cheyenne, you watch as this ruffian walks over to this man who's a childhood friend of yours that you've known since before you could talk, and he just stabs him in the shoulder, and he was taken aback by surprise, and he just turns around. Second attack.
Should be able to get right up to here with this guy, and I'm gonna hit him with the sword. That will be a 15.
Double hit.
That should be 9 points of damage.
This guy continues just marauding up through this hall, and this is a cousin of yours. And you watch as this man walks up, and he just grabs him from behind and pulls out his sword and slashes his throat. And there's blood, just arterial spray shoots out over the feast that's on the table. It's this cousin of yours that you were not particularly close to, but has been part of your family your entire life. Slumps to the ground. Greg.
I'm gonna run over and jump up on the top of this table and come down on top of this person.
Okay.
Yeah,
if I didn't give you stats, everyone just roll +5 to hit.
Yeah, 23 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Okay. 5 points of damage. And second is 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
Uh, 8 points of damage.
This woman is a housemaiden that serves your family. She's not been there for very long, but you were particularly fond of her, and she had a crush on one of the serving boys, and y'all had just discussed this the day before. And this man just jumps on the table and stabs her twice, and you see her slump to the ground. And Varesh.
I will charge over here, and I will attack her.
Okay.
That's going to be a 10.
That is going to miss. You run over and you swing at this person, but this is actually a one of the women who basically controls the house guard, and she sees the attack coming and manages to dodge out of the way of the first swing.
He goes, very impressive. See if you can miss this. That's a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
And that's going to be with that dagger. So that was 1d4 plus 2. That's 6 points of damage.
This woman dodges out of the way when he swings his sword, but unfortunately, he's faster than she is, and as she's moving out of the way of the sword, he just pulls out a dagger that dives straight into her heart. She just looks down, clutching this as the blood starts to pour out of her chest, and she's going to drop down to her knees. Cheyenne, what would you like to do?
I'm going to run. I'm going to run to here. And then Misty step the rest of the way to my brother.
Okay.
And then I'm going to turn around. And where's the closest combatant to me?
Pretty far away. It's going to be down here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a big map. Hold on. 100 feet?
feet.
Okay, hold on. Alright. I can make that with my crossbow with a disadvantage.
Okay. Give me a roll.
Okay. $18.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. It should be whatever the smaller one is. I think it just rolled sneak attack too. So
You
11.
You watch, and your aim is perfect. You're inspired here by trying to protect your family, and the bolt just hits dead center. But you're dismayed because you watch, and right as it makes contact, this figure that's attacking your friends and family turns ethereal and just turns into kind of a black smoke, and the bolt goes straight through, and then they reform, and it will be David.
All right. You said our movement is 40?
Yeah.
Okay. So as these guys are kind of going off to the sides and targeting people at the tables, this guy is just like going to dead eye at the mother and the father at the top, and I'm going to dash 80 feet towards the table. Just like pulling out his sword and dagger and just like running straight towards them.
You got it. Bo, it will be your guy next. I really need to clip the fade out on this song. This is from Bloodborne for the video game nerds. Oh, you're up.
Oh, that's all he could do. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that's it. Yeah. I don't have any ranged weaponry.
All right. I'm gonna come up to here and we're gonna stab this gal here. That's a 14.
It's a hit.
Should be. That should be 5 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I'll hit her with the sword too. That'll be a dirty 20.
Okay, that's definitely a hit.
And 7 points of damage.
Cheyenne, this is your brother's ex-girlfriend, and you actually were not terribly fond of this woman. But this thug walks up, and he pulls out a dagger, and he manages to get her in the side. And as she stands up in shock, he pulls out his sword and eviscerates her. And I'm not going to describe just what you're seeing, but it's ghastly as she falls backwards dead. And
I'm gonna pat my brother's hand and say, it was probably for the best.
It's Greg.
Oh no.
Hey, because we're having fun here. I'm gonna run up, leap across this chasm, onto the next table, just destroying the top of the table as I go, running across the top of the table, and get up to this person right here and slash with the sword, which I have out. 16 to hit.
That's a hit.
For 7 damage, and only 10 to hit with the second one.
Okay. You were just wrecking this banquet table, just kicking things left and right as you're in this rage, running down the hall. You run up to this woman, Cheyenne, this was a tutor of yours that you were rather fond of, and you pull out your sword and you just hit her straight in the head with it. It actually kind of embeds in her forehead, and you have to kind of lean down and kick her to get the rest of her off of your blade. And she's clearly dead, but you pull out a dagger anyways and try to stab her as she's falling to the ground, but you miss. Varesh, or I'm sorry, Dylan.
I'll pull the dagger out and look to the person that is right here. Oh, I'm on my thing. Anyway, right here.
Okay.
And go, that was just to get the appetite a little wet. He goes, now on for the main show. And he's going to dash all the way up here. And he's going to get, that's 40 is right here, but he's going to get right here.
Okay.
Jump up on the table. And as he's going, he's going to swoop down and take a big sip of the wine and go, ain't this fun, y'all? And He's your next, Missy.
I don't have enough inspiration to give out. Like, this is... Okay, Cheyenne.
Okay, I want to turn to my brother and say, we have to go right now.
Okay, are you going to do anything else?
Does he say anything to me?
The only way out is to the south.
Okay, let's go. And I'm going to grab his hand and start running south
Okay,
with his dragging
where are
him
you
along with
moving
me.
to?
See how far we can get. Can we jump down off this little thing since
Yeah, it's not high.
That's as I'm gonna try to get to the side to the shadows.
Okay.
Try to go unnoticed as much as possible.
All right. David.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Can I since I'm not actually can I dash since I'm not attacking anyone and get another 30 feet?
Sure.
Okay. Okay. And I want to drag him along with me the whole way.
All right. David.
Let's see. Hang on. Sorry. My screen was not. Can I get up to... Well, I'd have to dash so I can attack to get that far. Yeah, I'm just going to continue moving, dashing.
Okay.
So right, but next to her mother would be 70 feet. Can I like vault the table to try to get myself positioned for an attack in the next round?
Yes.
Okay. So I want to say if she's not hiding, if she's running, then as she's running, like he kind of clocks that and then like yells at Dylan's character and points, and then he continues on up and just like full speed sprints and vaults over this table and lands right next to the mother with his weaponry at the ready.
Bo.
My guy is gonna notice David's shouting and pointing, and he's gonna go 25, 30 feet. So he'll make a break straight east, and he's gonna throw his dagger.
Okay.
That direction. That is a 19.
Who are you
Oh,
throwing
wait, that should be at the brother.
Okay.
That should be at disadvantage though at that distance, I think.
Yeah, it's a 20-60.
It's still a 16.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. That's only 3 points of damage though.
And you're running with your brother, and you just hear him behind you, just all of a sudden yell out this quick yelp of pain, and he's been hit with a dagger, just in his side. It's not a deep wound. It was twirling in the air, and it kind of hit him at an off angle, and it did hurt him, but he grabs it and rips it out, and just kind of looks at you, and that'll bring us to Greg.
All right. Yeah, as David yelled, I see that he's made it all the way up to the head table, and I'm going to abandon my revelry here, and I can make it to here, up the stairs,
Okay.
and that's as far as I can go dashing.
Okay. Dylan.
Yeah, okay, so seeing as I thought I was gonna get the mother, but I'm fine to get the brother. And yeah, I will move over here and swipe down. It's a +5, yeah, +5. That's a 20.
Oh yeah.
1d8 plus 3.
The song makes me want to conduct, so if my hands start waving, I apologize.
That's 7 points of damage. And then,
Was that your sword?
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll stab with my dagger. It's a 14 to hit.
Yeah.
Alright. And that's 5 more points of damage.
Darren, as you're trying to run away with your brother, you see this this thug run over, and he pulls out a sword, and he manages to slash your brother pretty good in the arm. There's a big wound now, and he's just giving this horrible maniacal laugh, and he pulls out a dagger, and he just shoves it into his thigh, and your brother just looks at you and is like, "Me!" And it is now you.
Can he still run? Is he too damaged to run?
Like he's wounded, but like he's also right next to this guy.
Yeah. I want to. I know it didn't work the last time I tried to shoot someone. I'm gonna whack him. Nope, I'm gonna stab him with my rapier. I'm gonna try to. 12.
12 is gonna miss.
Okay. I wanna step in between. Can I step in between him and my brother? Is there room for that?
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna stand on top of my brother for that. And I think that's 2-weapon fighting. I'll pull out my little hidden dagger and do a little stabby stab with it. No. 14?
14 is it's a hit. So
Okay.
you pull out your dagger, and you hit this guy square in the middle of the chest, and you're dismayed as you watch, and your dagger just goes into nothing. And again, there's just this kind of black smoke that you stab into, and you pull your dagger out, and it reforms into this guy's chest. And we're going to go to David.
I just messaged you something in the meantime, real quick. Okay, so first I want to
already
attack.
responded.
I know. I messaged Mindy too. Like this is
Oh.
just a pure flavor thing. If she wants to give me something to work with, but in the meantime, as I'm coming down on this table, I want to attack the mother with my dagger.
All right.
So that's going to be +5 to hit.
I'm getting invested in this.
That's just a 12 to hit with the dagger.
You were a little kind of off balance from having just jumped down off of the table, and so you kind of stagger as you take a stab at her and just narrowly miss her.
Okay, then I'm gonna just follow up with the sword. That's gonna be a 24.
Oh shit!
And
Yeah, that was real close to crit.
yeah, it was a 19. And then sword is 1 + 3, so that's that's an 8. That's 12 points of slashing or piercing damage.
How would you like to describe the death of Cheyenne's mother?
So he like lands and kind of like misses for this, and like there's a moment of relief, and then I want to say, because I'm going to lean into the terribleness of these whoever they are, I want to say he like kind of like lands and like drops the dagger and grabs her by the hair and like turns back towards the father and says, name of whoever we were representing, sends their regards, and then stabs her through the chest from behind.
Shit. It's getting dark.
I know.
Oh.
I'm going to run right up to the edge of the where the brother is, and I threw my dagger, so I'm going to try to run him through with the sword. That is a 14.
It's a hit.
That should be 6 points of damage, and he's gonna go, "I want my dagger back, you little craphead!"
How would you like to do this?
He just kind of like, as he's running, he kind of slides in and just puts the sword just straight through his side, and then with his other hand reaches over to pick up his dagger where he dropped it.
All right. Audivir.
All right. This isn't Audivir. This is Greg.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Force of habit.
Audivir would be horribly astonished by all of this.
All right. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna. So I'm gonna. I have a real. I love jumping on these tables. Jump up, kick the very large, like maybe they got like a wild boar with the apple in its mouth, like on the table, and I kick that at the dad, and as he's like, I'm gonna swing down with my sword. But I'm off balance. That doesn't hit. It doesn't hit. And then, I came down, missed, and then I'll try to swipe across here. Yeah, 12 to hit. It's just not enough.
12 just narrowly misses.
Yeah,
like you said, you're just kind of off balance. And you have this bloodlust about you, and you're not as accurate as you normally would be. Was that both
but
attacks?
he has a boar in his face. Yeah, it was both attacks. Yeah, my other attack was pathetic.
Dylan.
So I'm going to move. I'm going to dash, take my movement and then dash to get to here. And I guess
Ryan, as he runs away, you make an opportunity attack, and you pull out a rapier, and you just go straight for his leg, and it should connect, and you're terrified because you don't understand what's going on here, and it just goes straight through his leg. It doesn't affect him at all, and go ahead and continue, Dylan.
He goes, "It's a real shame your daughter isn't here. I'd love to introduce her to my friends." And he holds up both knives and just lays them out like across his neck.
Oh, did you have to dash to get up there?
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Okay. Cheyenne.
But I say it really, really loud so the whole hall hears it.
So my brother is dead now.
Right in front of you, yes. And the man who killed him is standing over his corpse. Your mom's dead too.
But every time I've stabbed anyone, they've just disappeared.
They're still there, but it's just kind of they've phased into smoke and then back into what appears to be a normal human form.
Okay. I'm swinging my rapier again at the guy right in front of me. Yikes. That was a fail.
You're just so distraught over watching all of these people and your family whom you love getting killed, and you just flat out miss your swing on this, and we will oh, go ahead.
I want to grab my brother's corpse
Okay.
and scream, "I'm not leaving you," and try to drag him with me.
Okay. I will say it's trivial to pick him up.
Okay. How far can I get carrying him?
I'll say 30 yards.
Okay. So my same regular thing? Yards or feet?
Feet, I'm sorry.
Okay, so same as regular.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep, I'm dragging him along with me.
Okay.
That's it.
A stable boy who, you don't know his name, but, he was always very kind to you. He runs over to help you. But, it will be David now.
Okay, so I'm going to drop the mother and then step up and attack the father. So we'll do dagger first. That's going to miss. That's just a 10.
As you move over to attack him, he draws a short sword and just manages to parry your attack.
Okay. And then the sword attack. Yeah, that was also a 5. So my attack sucked this time. So I'm also yelling something about crossing the 12-fold families at him as I'm swinging at him.
Okay. Bo.
So the dad's the only one that's left alive at this point?
And Cheyenne, yeah.
There's also just
and a bunch of
other
traumatized for standers by.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll dash. Yeah.
I mean, you get the feel of things. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah. I'm just gonna dash all the way over here to these two people.
Okay.
And he's literally just going to, as he gets there, he's just and scream in their face.
Yeah, that was scary. Greg.
All right. Really pissed that I missed him the last time. I'm just gonna keep hacking at the dad like he's drawn a sword, but I don't care at this point. 24 to hit.
That's a definite hit.
For
Also,
6 damage.
We apparently need to play an evil campaign at some point.
6 damage.
Okay.
I won't lie.
You're up on
evil with Lavis is hella fun.
Just from the vantage point that you have, you managed to hit him and just catch him right at the where his shoulder connects with his neck.
Awesome. So, and I'm gonna go around the other way and see if I can connect in the same place on the other side.
Okay.
20 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
For 8.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah, like I said, I came down this way and like cutting a tree, and take his head right off.
Cheyenne, as you're turning around to talk to the stable boy who's offering his help with your brother, you manage to look back, and you see this dirty man just nick your father in the neck, and then come around for another swing and just cleanly take off of his head. Obviously, you're filled with terror, and at that point, you move back into the real world. Cheyenne, as you come back to... Wait, fuck. Did I just mess up the map?
Yes.
Crap.
It looks like it. it looks like it did before.
The chest is gone.
Oh, yeah.
Hang on. How about is it
Back.
I did the thing where I moved the actual map itself.
Yeah.
Cheyenne, this what must have been some sort of nightmare vision of your family's home fades, and your head feels clear now, and you're back at the circus, and the first thing you notice is that all of these commoners in the audience are screaming at the top of their lungs, and it's because this creature is there on stage with you, and I'm going to need Cheyenne, Silex, and Benedict to roll for initiative.
Oh boy.
Enos.
Don't
No!
split the party.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I was like, are you sure you want to do that?
Oh well. That's
Awesome.
a 15 for me.
Thematically, if y'all all die, that's just one more reason for Varys to hate this place even more.
Oh, what'd you get?
19.
Hey, in the meantime, can Audivir do his cape? Maybe I can summon a dragon or something. We
Oh, you can, but you're on the other side of town.
can... So?
I mean, if you want to, go ahead. Hold on.
I kind of want to.
Go for it.
Oh, I'm working on it.
I gotta get this set up anyways. What'd you get?
Well, no, I got a handful of elf pudding.
Yes. It's not in a container. It's literally just now.
Yeah.
Your hand is full of elf pudding. Okay, I don't understand why it's not showing the turn order for all of you. Because I can see it just fine.
Oh, wait, hang on. I can see Cheyenne now and the creature.
Okay. So the order is Cheyenne, Silex, Benedict, creature. So I'll keep track of it. So Cheyenne, you were up first. Silex, you were gonna be next.
So I just came to, and this thing is standing next to me on stage.
Yep.
Do I have the weapon out that I had out in my reverie?
You were equipped with your normal equipment.
Okay, I didn't know if I already had it out in my hand or if it was...
Sure. If you want to, that's fine.
Okay. Then I'm going to... So in my mind, when I reappeared, I was still screaming bloody murder. And I'm just going to continue screaming and stab this thing with my rapier.
Okay. This thing, by the way, it's huge. It's probably about 13 feet high.
Okay. 22 to hit.
That's a big hit.
Okay. And it's the lower of those, probably. 7. Or wait. Yeah, 7.
Yeah.
Piercing.
Okay, hold on, I gotta find... So yeah, you're obviously not in a good place mentally, and you've had this nightmare of watching your family get slaughtered, which you were not present for, and it's something you had dreamed about in the past. But all of a sudden, this huge monstrous creature with these limbs and these big claws is right in front of you. But you reach out and you stab it in the leg, and it is as surprised to see you as you are it, and it just looks down and kind of growls. But was that all you could do?
No. With my bonus action, I would like to Misty Step.
Okay.
And I'm going to just hop over to here.
Okay.
And I'm also going to look around. I'm trying to see what happened to my brother. I just had his body.
Yeah, it is not there. You're a little confused because everything that you just saw felt so real, but he's not there. These thugs are gone. Your family is not there, and Silex and then Benedict will be next.
Okay, I am going to come running up to here. That's as far as I can get with my movement.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Fairy Fire at the creepy ass thing.
Okay.
So he needs to make a dex save.
Fuck. 19.
Well, shit.
Is it a
okay,
save or suck? It didn't do anything.
Yep, it didn't. It either happens or doesn't.
Okay.
So.
Anything else?
Nope. That's all I can really do.
Benedict, and then it will be the creature. Then it will be Cheyenne again.
All right, I'm going to, move. Let's see how far. So, like, roughly, right about there. And as my bonus action, I want to use my Eye of the Raven to examine this thing's vulnerabilities.
Okay. Remind me what all you get with that.
Let's see. Let me find it again. Eye of the Raven. This lets me, as a bonus action, I can gaze at the foe. I can determine attributes about vulnerabilities, resistances, immunities, and condition immunities.
It has none of those, so it doesn't have any resistances.
Okay.
But it also doesn't have any weaknesses.
Okay, and
So
also
everything is just going to be straight.
Okay. And also, if this thing, now that I've used this on it, if it attacks me and misses, I get to use a reaction to have an attack against it.
Okay.
Okay, so that's my bonus action. So I'm just going to keep it simple, and I'm just going to Eldritch Blast it. Which I get 2 of those. So the first one, that's a nat 20.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let me do this with a regular dice since it's I need to double. So 1d10. That's only 6 plus 3, so that's 9 points of force damage. And then the second one, that's a 15 to hit.
Yes, that'll hit.
Okay, and then that's going to be that's not much. That's 4 points of force damage on the second attack.
Okay.
And that's all I can do for them.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult for you to miss this thing with even moderately good aim because it's just so big up there. And you shoot 2 green blasts of energy at it right one after another, and it's hit, but you're not even sure if this thing has a mind, and it's just kind of yelling. It is a creature. Shine, you'll be after the creature. It is going to move this way, and it is going to try to grab this woman on its lower right.
Oh shit.
It is going to succeed. And now that it's got her grappled, it's going to take one of his other arms, and it's going to attack the woman down to his lower left. And, oh dear. Eek! It just stabs this woman in the neck with its arm, and it's not precise about it. It just goes straight through her neck. And you see this poor woman who was just here at the carnival. Blood is splurting just out of the hole as she goes down. And it is now Cheyenne. So it is grappling the woman it's right next to, and it just killed another person.
Where's Octavian?
Octavian is he not on the map?
Is this
He
him
is.
right
over to
here?
the left.
This is him?
He's over here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I run and jump off the stage to get to him?
Sure.
I want to do that. And I want to hold a dagger to his throat and say, "What did you do?"
This I didn't see coming.
That's the best kind.
I think we best worry about the thing before we deal with anything else.
The thing that you put in the box?
Yes.
Ugh. And I'm supposed to stop it?
I thought you were up to the challenge.
What was your plan if I wasn't?
I have a contingency.
It's contingency time.
Contingency plan, you're saying?
I suppose you're correct. Hold on. Shit. Gotta find a character.
Punk monk falls out of the sky.
Say what?
Suddenly a bird in a cowboy hat appears.
It's Tally.
Nagorna finally gets her chance to be in true darkness. I love this place. It's so fidgy.
Now that's a crossover.
But I do think you could use just a little more darkness.
I know I have a stat block somewhere.
One character that would like make Strahd unsettled. Could you please not lick my teleportation circles?
Okay. Hold on. One more thing I gotta look at. How does Matt Mercer do this shit?
He's a
Giant
has-
budget
superhero.
and lots of assistants.
Yeah, he
Also
has a
that.
team.
And not another job.
Yeah, not that I think there's any kind of scripting or anything, but I think that he does directly like focus people into certain funnels too. So he kind of knows maybe what's going to happen. Doesn't know exactly what's going to happen, but
Like adding an NPC in the middle of a combat is not a simple thing, and like
no.
I suppose he doesn't actually do that a whole lot, but I am going to. So as you have threatened this old man, you hear he just reaches up, and at first you're worried he's going for your dagger, but he's not, and he just claps, and he goes, "Kotama!" And there is a tiger that appears on the other side of the stage.
Oh, sure. Just release a tiger. And then we'll release a wolfhound to get the tiger, and then a dragon to get the wolfhound, and then it's a great
I
plan.
tried to summon a dragon.
Okay,
and
but
What could possibly go wrong?
It is Silex's turn.
right.
Benedict, you're next.
I am going to come up to here. And I am going to cast blindness / deafness at it.
Okay.
To try to blind it. Oh, I did. Yeah, trying to put it in there. There we go. So it needs to make a con save.
It fails.
All right, so it is blind now.
Okay.
And let me see if I have a bonus action I can use. I don't think so. The lady that's right next to him, is she hurt? The one that's not dead already?
She has
Or is
not
she just
been
grappled?
hurt. She is grappled.
Okay. Yeah, then there's nothing I can really do yet.
Okay. Benedict, the creature, is next, and then Mindy, you will be after the tiger.
And it's blind. If,
So
if there's
I'm up
anything
now,
you can
though, right?
do that help with that.
Okay. All right. I am going to. Can I tell where who is the tiger heading for, or can I tell that yet?
It's just, Octavian clapped, and this tiger jumped onto the stage.
Okay. All right. So we don't know yet. All right. In that case, I'm going to, as bonus action, I'm going to hex the big nasty dude. Just at first level. And then I'm just going to hit him with the Eldritch Blast again twice. So
You
the
have
first.
advantage on that roll.
Okay, cool.
Who's Mindy?
I thought I heard somebody drop off.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Okay.
She's back.
And
She's back.
she's back. Okay, all right. So I'm going to hit Eldritch Blast him. First one with advantage. That's a 23 to hit.
That's a big hit.
Okay, that's going to be 1d10 plus 3. So that's going to be nice. That's 12 force, plus I get 1d6 of necrotic from the hex. So that's another 2. So 14 total.
That's from your first one?
Yes.
Okay, hang on. As you hit this thing, you hit this thing with an Eldritch Blast, and you just hit it straight in the head. Like it can't see it coming, so you've got great aim. And you notice as you do that, the energy that you've hit it in the head just radiates straight down its arm that it's holding this woman in, and you see that green energy go into her, and she is going to take.
Yeah.
Oh boy, 32 damage.
Jesus.
She essentially just kind of radiates with the green energy that you associate with your Eldritch Blast, and unfortunately, we have lost unnamed commoner number 2. But yeah, you did hit the guy.
Okay.
And did some damage.
He takes note of this, and then he launches his second Eldritch Blast without hesitation. So that one is this one is advantage too, Bo, because of the blindness.
Yep.
Is that one? Okay, cool. Second one, that's going to be a hit. That's an 18.
That's a hit.
Okay, and that's going to be nice. That's 9 force and 5 necrotic.
14 total?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, you hit this thing again, and it just hits square in the chest, and it kind of recoils from taking this energy. Anything else you want to do?
I'm just gonna move. Let's say, like over here, just a little to the right, and I'm gonna turn. Like as I kind of like move through those people, I'm gonna just yell at them like, "Run!"
Yeah. All the commoners are starting to run away from this thing. I'm gonna go ahead and move. I wish there was a button you could hit and it just generated random tokens, and it's like, here, we put 30 people on the screen for you.
That would be handy.
Okay, it is the creature's turn now. It is going to move right next to both of you.
It can make a con save at the end of its turn to try to shake off the spell.
I'm going to go ahead and roll it now. It's going to fail. It's going to reach out with one of its arms, and it's going to try to grab Benedict, and it's going to fail. With its other arm, it's going.
I'm going to get an attack on it in a second, by the way.
Okay.
Since it missed me.
Go ahead and do it.
Okay. I'm going to summon my blade and just attack with that.
All right.
Since he's right next to me. That's going to be. That's going to be a miss. That's an 11.
Okay. It's
oh
other
wait,
arm.
I still have it. Do I have advantage on that? Since he's still blind?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, maybe this will go better. That one is an 18.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that's going to be 10 plus 2 necrotic, so 12 points of damage.
Okay, its second attack, it's going to go for Silex. That is a big hit.
That is a disadvantage, right?
Oh, no, it was not. It doesn't matter. Sorry, same roll on both.
It's all good.
It's going to take 2 of its arms, and one of them it's going to envelop you. And you were grappled. And as it's doing that, it takes another one and just slices it across your chest. And that's going to be 24 piercing damage.
All right. As a reaction, we're going to see how this goes. I'm going to Hellish Rebuke him.
Okay.
Let's see how big I can make that. So he slashes me. I point right up at his face. I don't say anything. I'm grimacing in pain. But he's gonna take back 7 points of fire damage that comes just blasting from my hand.
Okay. Yeah, this actually goes into the arm that's got you held, and it's pretty easy for you to just channel this energy into it, and just flames you see shoot up this it's not a tentacle, but it's just an arm that ends in
flames on the side of his head.
It will now be Cosima, my new tiger friend. Is just gonna run over. She can only try to bite it and claw it because she's a tiger.
But she has advantage because he's still blind.
You're right. She is going to successfully bite. She takes a chunk out of this thing's leg. And she's going to try to claw at it and miss. And Cheyenne, it'll be you.
Do ranged attacks have advantage too if it's blind?
Yes, because
Okay.
it can't dodge it, basically.
Okay, gotcha. I was just making sure. Alright, then I'm going to shoot it with my crossbow.
I've been waiting so long for both of these encounters. You have no fucking idea. It's
24.
It's like, maybe this time? 24 is definitely a hit.
And that one will get the sneak attack. So 20, no. Is that 18?
18 damage?
Yeah.
How would you like to do this?
I want to, still holding my dagger, like I want to switch my dagger to my left hand, pull out my crossbow, use old man's shoulder to steady it, and shoot this guy with the crossbow at the same time as I'm still holding the dagger to his throat.
What's your crossbow do to it?
I don't know. I don't know.
You're killing it. Like, I'm just asking if you want to describe how you kill it.
No, just I'm more concerned with how cool I look doing it, and also still having a dagger to. But I would like to accidentally stab Octavian a little bit when I do it. I have two weapons.
I'm not going to allow that because that's going to be another attack.
Okay. Does that count as 2-weapon fighting?
If you want to make a 2-weapon, or no, you can't do that with a crossbow.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, you just take expert aim at this thing, and you manage to hit it right in the throat, and it looks down, and it's just kind of making this gurgling sound. And as it starts slumping down, though, you see this black cloud spread like lightning down its arm that's holding Silex. And, oh boy, I rolled really well. I'm sorry, Bo.
Thanks.
Silex is going to take 29 psychic damage.
Yikes.
Oof.
However, are you still up?
Yes, I am still up.
Okay. However, you have defeated this creature, and all of these commoners are fleeing out of here. And as you are wondering what the hell is going on, Octavian looks at Cheyenne and very well indeed. You've passed.
I'm still holding a dagger to his throat,
He's
and I'm going to
absolutely
say,
not phased by that at all. His entire demeanor has changed. You're not really sure what's going on here, but he doesn't seem to be kind of this frail, kindly man anymore. He's standing kind of more straight up and is absolutely unfazed by the fact that you're holding a dagger to his throat.
Are there still 2 dead bodies on the ground by me?
Yes.
I'm just gonna look over and go, "What the hell, man?"
If you will come with me on backstage, and I'll explain everything.
I'll explain right here.
Should we help these people?
There's not that much help that can be done for them. Do you have resurrection magic?
Oh!
Oh, well, that's too bad then.
Like, do I have a ticket from the carnival? I mean, I know I got in free, but do I have a ticket?
No, you don't.
Damn it.
If you want, you could pick one up off of the corpses in front of you from the painting patrons.
Yeah, I want to look at it and see if there's like a disclaimer on the back of the ticket
There
that
is
says not responsible for Babadook damage or whatever the hell that was.
there is extremely fine print on the back of the ticket, and it specifically mentions that you were risking bodily harm by experiencing the horrors and the wonders that you may see on stage. So yeah, you go over to one of these poor women who have been killed by this thing, and you look down and you're like, oh, well, damn.
Well, I'm gonna, as I walk past, like I'm headed towards him, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at 5th level.
Okay.
Just like patting you on the shoulder. And you get 20 points of damage back.
Cool, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, I just do that in passing and then head towards Cheyenne and this other guy and say, I think perhaps some form of an explanation may be in order.
Of course, if your friend here would take a dagger off of my throat, then I shall explain everything to you. But I have to say, I'm thoroughly impressed that you managed to pull this off, especially given that 2 of your compatriots are not with you. You have exceeded my expectations and my hopes.
Yes, in fact, the one who would stop us from killing you isn't here, so perhaps you should continue talking quickly.
It would be interesting to see you try. I'm afraid I have skill in such things, but yes. Again, if your friend here will relax her aggressive posture, we can talk about this.
I'll let go of the dagger, shove him away from me, and say, "Where's my brother?"
I'm afraid I don't know what you're referring to. The Lost here has an ability to essentially induce nightmares. Preying on deep-seated fears, insecurities, things like that. So, if you saw something when you opened the chest, it would make sense that you may have dreamt some horribleness, and I do apologize for that, but Minnie, your mic is doing something crazy.
I'm sorry, my earbuds died, so I'm just on regular. I'll just mute.
Oh, okay, I was like, what? It sounded like you were on a blender or something. Yeah, just unmute when you need to talk. Crap, I lost my train of thought. What did he just say?
Something about nightmares, and that's on.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's not blaming. He's just so yes. It has a tendency to produce some horrible things, and frankly, I wanted to see how you reacted to that as well. And I am very impressed with all of you. Well done indeed. So, have you taken your dagger off his throat?
Yeah, she did.
Yeah, I took it off his throat and pushed him away from me. I'm still like reeling though.
Please, gather around, and he's just gonna. He's obviously not trying to make a break for it, and Cosima is gonna come over and sit down next to him, and he starts stroking her. As you may have surmised, I brought you here under false pretenses, and I do apologize for that, but this land calls for, well, quite frankly, you have to do some things here sometimes, where the ends justify the means. I'm sure that you understand situations like that. I, have not been forthright with you. My name is not Octavian. I am not a wealthy gambler. In fact, I am not even from Barovia. I am well known to many, but I'm here traveling under an alias, and frankly, I have been seeking an apprentice since I had a falling out of sorts with my last one, who has been doing my bidding as I transitioned into old age, and I find myself less able to participate in my career. I am a monster hunter of some renown, and some great success, but I fear as I approach my twilight years, I have not been able to participate in the hunt as well as I have liked. My name is Dr. Rudolph van Richten. I have made it to my life's goal to rid the world of evil and monsters, and the greatest monster of all is here in Barovia, and I am here to hunt him. And I have been recruiting people, and quite a few of them have failed my test, but you have passed today. I am looking for an ally and a protege. What I can offer are supplies and knowledge, mentorship, if you will. I am looking for someone to take over the mantle of the greatest monster hunter in the world, and my dear, I think it might be you. He looks over to Cheyenne.
Cheyenne is still visibly shaken. I'm gonna look up and say, 2 people are dead. For a test?
I didn't know what it was going to do. It is a shame. I shall have to see if I can find someone to revivify them. In fact, and he claps his hands 3 times this time, and 2 assistants come from the back, and they come over and they take these bodies, and drag them back into the backstage areas. He's like, if we can find an appropriate healer, I happen to know of one, then we'll take care of them, but pay them no mind. You have to break a few eggs to make an omelet, yes? Anyways, I know that you are hunting this, Lord Zarovich, and I wish to offer my aid, and, frankly, my expertise is, I don't feel that I am able to, best him in combat anymore.
I'm listening. What you said you have weapons and knowledge you can share with us?
Yes, the Fae allow me to operate my, show here because, I'm a man of great means, and I have procured, various weapons that, are useful in fighting, all sorts of creatures, and, frankly, if I may, it seems that you have all been terribly unprepared to deal with the undead. However, you did make quick work of the lost here, so, I believe you have potential, and, under my tutelage, I think we could have success in, killing Strahd, to be frank.
I mean, that is our end goal. All right, where do we start?
Oh, very well.
So all of you have great, wonderful potential as monster hunters, but it is you particularly I'm interested in, young lady. So if you would have it, you would be my protege, and mostly I will offer you knowledge. I can't really travel with you. I'm too infirm now, but one moment. And he pulls out a small jeweled box, and it's got two black onyx earrings. And he hands one of them to you, and he puts the other one on his ear, and he just motions for you to do the same.
Cheyenne starts to put it on her ear and then remembers and switches and puts it on the other ear.
Nice. Okay. So, Cheyenne, in your head now, you hear his voice, and he goes, "These are modified communication stones that I've arranged, so in any situation, you can simply think of me and communicate with me this way. If there's information I can give you on any sort of beast that you're facing."
Let's start with the weapons.
Oh, very well. If you will follow me backstage, I can share with you some of the items that I have acquired.
Oh, I'm gonna motion to Silex and Benedict to follow us.
Okay. Hold on here. 'Cause I gotta look some shit up. Is that really the only thing I wrote out? Okay. He takes you back to the little dressing room, and he reaches out and he taps on the mirror, and it slides away. And what you see behind here is basically a storeroom, and it's full of weaponry and shelves full of various bottles of things, and there is racks and racks of things that you can't identify. And he is going to offer you guys. Let's see here. Hold on, I have to fix a typo on a homebrew item. No wonder I couldn't find it by looking it up. Is someone ready to write shit down?
I can if need be.
Okay. I'm not gonna have you identify any of this stuff, and you can look it up all of it is as you want. The first item he's going to give you is chalk of articulation.
Okay.
I need highlighter. I don't even remember what this one does. Can someone look that up and read it out?
Yeah, I'm hitting there.
It's chalk, like CHALK.
Yeah. Like it's a
All right.
box of actual chalk.
All right. Uncommon wondrous item. This 1-inch stick of white chalk has a faint red line painted down the side. If you use the chalk to draw a simple face on a surface, you can tell it a message of 25 words and an event that will trigger the message. It takes 1 minute to complete it. The trigger event can be as detailed or as general as you'd like, but it must be something specific that happens within 30 feet of the chalk drawing. And then if you trigger, basically the face animates and it recites the message using your voice. And it remains in operation for 12 hours. Unless somebody scratches it off.
This is excellent for sending warnings or messages to your teammates across. If you need to leave a message for them, someone you know is going to be in an area after you later on, or things like that. I'm moving on. Do I have this one? Hold on.
2.
He reaches onto another shelf and he pulls out a feathered quill. I am going to have to look the name of this item up. I don't have it handy. He'll describe. He's like, this quill is quite useful. Anyone writing with it is incapable of writing anything other than the truth. So if you have someone writing a statement in answer to a question to you, you know that anything they say is true, and then they are incapable of lying as they use this. I'll add that to D&D Beyond because I forget what it's called. I happen to know that the Strahd, a young lady, has been tracking you through various means throughout Barovia, and I believe there are 5 of you in your party, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Yes.
Put it down. He's going to give you a box of 5 amulets, and each of you will be able to get one of these. And if any of this requires attunement, just ignore it. I don't care about attunement. This item essentially will keep you safe from him spying on you through magical means. These are an amulet of proof against detection and location. And this is going to block anyone from scrying on you.
Sorry, can you say what they're called again?
It's an amulet of proof against detection and location.
Yeah, well, wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. So, Varesh can't scry on himself.
He's going to hand to Cheyenne a pair of knee-high black leather boots. There's some sort of like stag filigree on these. He's like, my dear, these would probably be best suited to you. These are boots of escape. And I don't know if this is in D&D Beyond. I'll make an item for it if it's not. When you take damage, you can use a reaction to move half your speed away from whatever hit you, and it will not allow for an opportunity attack when you use that.
Nice.
Wow.
These are a special item that I've made, and the vampires have a terrible knack of turning invisible and hiding, waiting in ambush, or just trying to escape. This will prevent them from being unseen to you. And he pulls out some, these are totally like cyberpunk, or steampunk, and there are some goggles, there are a couple rotating gears. But when you put these on, and I'll make an item for this one as well, you can see any undead within 100 feet, even if they turn invisible, and it can see through walls for that purpose. So if there's a vampire in another room, you'll be able to see it. Just an outline. If a vampire is next to you and is invisible, you will be able to see it. But he only has the one pair. Sorry, I'm going down my list of shit that he's got to offer you guys, and there's not a fast way of doing that.
Question.
Good.
Yes.
Dylan, can you already see undead? Is that one of the things you can do?
So
you can
with
sense them, right?
not sense them,
I
but
can.
with my third eye, I can see into the ethereal. I can see invisible, and I can see one other thing, but not necessarily just undead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm the one who can see. I can detect good and evil. I can see the undead within 60 feet,
Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
so
unless they're behind a wall.
dark vision, ethereal, or invisible, or objects.
Okay.
When I have my third eye going. which is
Along those
probably yours.
lines, the next thing he's going to give you is Dust of Reappearance. And essentially, there are about 3 charges in this. When you throw it in the air, every invisible creature within 20 feet has to make a dex save or become visible for 1 minute. And then, I don't know which of you would most appreciate this. And he pulls out. It looks like just a knapsack of some sort, and he hands it to Cheyenne, and he's like, "This will hold more things that look like it could actually go into it. I believe that people refer to it as a bag of holding." So someone is getting a bag of holding.
And I'm writing all this down. I don't know if anybody else is. I can put it in the
I'm
chat
trying
later.
to.
I've got it too.
Anything that's not in D&D Beyond, I'm going to make sure to add it. And finally, the most useful item that you appear to not utilize in vampire killing. Are you familiar with the methodology of how these things are taken out? Who's someone? Anyone?
Roughly.
Like, we're not there.
It's been hit or miss.
Yeah, I know.
We've been successful on occasion with some luck.
Wooden stake through the heart. Sprinkle their home dirt on them.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's basically our best guess.
Staking them will incapacitate them, and you don't necessarily have to have their burial dirt there handy with you. If you don't, they will slowly make their way back to their burial place, but that could take weeks, months, sometimes even years. Frankly, if you stake them, I wouldn't worry about them too much. Obviously, with Strahd, you'll want to make sure that you kill him in his tomb. But the one thing you have never seemed to have picked up in the Barovia. And he hands a bag to Cheyenne, and it's a bag full of 20 wooden stakes. And these are extremely sharp, but he just kind of smiles. What else do I have? So yes, I don't quite know what our next step will be, but I will offer my tutelage and information about any monsters that you might be facing through the young lady's hearing. Do you have any questions?
You're here to fight Strahd. Any other information you have about how to go about doing so beyond these weapons? Anything you know about his weaknesses or his history? We have a copy of his journal that has taught us much, and we know that supposedly his...
You have a copy of his tome?
Oh, indeed.
You may know more about him than I do. The only thing I can tell you is that I know that he has a device that some dark sort of life magic is built in one of the spires of the castle that it's difficult to describe. When you harm him, that harm is transferred to this device. I believe he refers to it as the Heart of Sorrow. That you will have to disable it or destroy it before you're able to actually take him out.
Interesting. Do you know anything about how he gained his powers? We know that he made some sort of pact on a mountain to the south, but we don't know with what beyond just some sort of dark entity. If we knew more about...
It's difficult to piece together the history of the Zerv. It's been so long, and obviously information is difficult to come by in this land. There are very few libraries, historical records, anything like that. I am aware he made some sort of pact that involved killing his brother. As far
Yes.
as it wasn't. It doesn't seem to be like the pact that I believe you appear to be a warlock. Doesn't appear to be the sort of pact that a warlock would enter. It's something else. But I couldn't tell you much about that arrangement. I don't think many in this land could. If anyone really knows about that, is maybe one of the Dusk Elves.
Um, we've had many people offer us alliances and also learned that there are very few people we can trust here. In your expert opinion, are there factions here that are more trustworthy and more aligned with our mutual interests than others?
Suppose you're thinking of the birds.
Among others, yes.
I'm afraid I've had a bit of a falling out with them over my last apprentice, but they seem to be good folk. I'm just not quite sure of their ability. They've been fighting Strahd for centuries, and he's still here, isn't he?
Who was your last apprentice? As it seems like there's a story there.
Oh, it's not very important. She just didn't really have much interest in working with me.
Can I insight check him?
Sure.
Seems pretty relevant to my interests.
22.
What did he just say about her?
Said she wasn't interested in doing what he wanted to do, basically.
Okay.
Or not working with him.
Yeah.
That he was being truthful there, but he also has. There's something about this person that he's not disclosing to you, or that he doesn't want to discuss.
Well, my friend here, I mean, is entering into this partnership with you. It seems that the ultimate fate of your previous apprentice, if there's some sort of story there, would be entirely relevant before she continues down this path.
Frankly, I've had a great many apprentices, and some have had greater success than others, but it's all in the past now, and I believe that this group has great promise.
But what was it about this apprentice that would put you at odds with the Raven folk? Was she one of theirs?
Oh, you know how they can be. She knew them. I wouldn't call her one of those. She was not aware, if you're thinking along those lines.
Do you have any references that we should check?
He pulls out a book, and it's. He goes over to the shelf. He's like,
One moment, I can prove my bona fides to you.
and he goes to the shelf and he pulls out a book, and it's Von Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. And he hands it to you. He's like,
It should suffice to prove I am somewhat knowledgeable in this area.
I'm going to need 2 references.
you are not there.
What would you say is your greatest weakness?
As I said, I've aged out of the game, as it were.
Perhaps you could just write down whether or not why we should trust you. I have a pen here. In fact, if you could just use that.
I will, indulge in this. I do understand how this pin works.
Indeed. Well, then you shouldn't have any problem.
He grabs the pen from you and grabs some parchment, and he writes a statement, and it says, I, Dr. Rudolph Van Richten, greatest monster hunter in all of the lands, slayer of, and he starts listing
Oh God.
all sorts of horrible creatures that he has killed. And it's long. It's very long. Like, this is the bulk of what he's writing is just a list of things that he's taken out. And
3
it says,
hours later.
It says, I do swear,
my intentions in recruiting this group are solely based in killing Strahd von Zarevich and hands it back to you. This should suffice.
But he just kind of like cocks an eyebrow and just like rolls it up and like tucks it into his cloak and puts the feather away. And he then like turns to without taking his eyes off of Von Richten, he like aside to Silex and Cheyenne is like, I'd like to keep the feather if no one objects.
Did he hand all the stuff to me?
I mean, whoever's gonna end up with it, like, but yeah.
I'm gonna turn with all the arms full of stuff. Turn to Benedict and say, "I'll do you one better. I think you're the best person to decide who gets what, except for these. And I'm going to keep the boots, and I'm going to keep the goggles because I'm going to give the goggles to Dylan."
So I'm just going to take, since we have a bag of holding, I'm just going to stuff all this in it, and we can sort it out back at the end.
Who is taking the bag of holding?
I'll hold it for now and put all this stuff in it, and then like I don't necessarily need to claim it permanently, but we can figure that out once we get back.
Hey,
so for now, I have a bag of holding with all the shit in it.
Hey, Mindy.
I think we put
Yes.
it on like a little basket on the front of Varesh's scooter.
It's handy.
I think we should give the goggles to Otavir, just because I can see.
Otavir can too.
Otavir can't see undead. He can sense them.
Right, but I think it might be more beneficial so that he can pinpoint that, and since, especially if he can see through walls, if they're there.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, it would make sense.
Because I have gift of the land, or the same thing you have. I also have, just as an ability, to see 60 feet into the ethereal plane, 60 feet of dark vision, and again, I can see invisible creatures and objects all the time.
Is the group back together yet?
No.
Okay. Well, then
That's just housekeeping.
Whenever we do get back together, this is happening in the future when he's explaining this to me. I'll toss the goggles at Otavir and say, "Fine, I'll let the narc have them."
I'm not sure Otavir would be caught dead wearing these goggles.
Undead.
So
Yeah.
Benedict's just going to shove all this stuff in there and then say, well, if there's nothing else at the moment, perhaps we should head back and regroup. I am exhausted, and our performer friend here is wounded, and Cheyenne, I know it appears that you went through something on stage. So
You should go rest. But I have 2 more items I can give you.
No, all right. I do love free shit.
He reaches over and it's a lute, and this is a instrument of illusions.
Ooh.
And you do not have to be a bard to use this, but if you are a bard,
It's like we don't have any bards.
you
I
do
guess,
have a bard.
well, Silex is a bard.
Yeah, Silex is a bard.
If
He's
you
just not
are
very
a
good.
bard, it works better. That is in D&D Beyond. The other one is a Horn of Silent Alarm, which I think is in D&D Beyond. And I think that's my list. Okay. So yeah, Benedict, you were trying to peace out?
Yeah, I was just saying perhaps we should go. This has been a wearying day, and we have things to discuss with our colleagues.
Very well. It is going to be a pleasure having you help rid this world of these abominations.
I know that this carnival is due to move on. Are you leaving as well, or are you staying here?
No. I don't frankly trust the Fae. I mean, they allow me to be here, and I welcome the setup, but quite frankly, they give me the willies.
Do you have a home base or a place where you will be? I know we can reach you via the earpiece or
I
whatever.
travel. I have a wagon. It's parked in the stockyards. On the other side of the carnival. Cosima and I are here. We're quite cozy in there.
I suppose last, are there any other allies that you have made here, or is it just you and us?
I find it's better to work alone. Other than, our arrangements.
Except when you're working together, sure.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes. He understands.
Indeed. He understands many things, I'm sure. Perhaps we should go and find food and rest for this, I'm sure, quite delightful festival.
Yes, I will actually be there tomorrow, and if we have any further conversation, we can take care of it then.
Cool. I'm ready to head back then.
Okay, he gives you a nice little wave. Good luck on killing the vampire lord.
As we're kind of like gathering our stuff and kind of heading back, Benedict is going to kind of like just sort of like walk up next to Cheyenne, and say, "I don't know what you saw up there today, but I know that you have been not yourself of late. I simply wish to say that whatever you may have sacrificed in this land, the things which are most valuable still remain." And then just like kind of like speed up to walk by himself.
I'm gonna, as he walks away, like I said, sometimes it's better to forget.
And like when you say that, like Benedict like gets sort of like a pained, confused look, and then just like nods and walks on like ahead of the group, kind of by himself, thinking to himself.
Okay, we're gonna jump real quick back to Audavir and Varesh.
Perfect.
Sorry, guys.
I'll be really quick. So I know whatever Varesh is doing doesn't matter. I'm gonna be sitting in the inn, and I have a little bowl.
Wait.
And I'm just eating my elf pudding.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. Keep going.
Perfect. I love it. I just want to retcon just a little bit because I think he might be interested. As we're going back, I will trust you with a secret. I have recently acquired a spell that I think might help us. That's why I got the instance in the ivory. I am going to cast the spell to find secret knowledge on that mountain pass, that Amber Palace in the south. And the knowledge that I shall receive, it will come very quickly. Someday, you might refer to it like a matrix, but the matrix will be planted into my brain, and I'll know everything about this place.
Be very, very careful.
I wish you would to be in the room with me, just in case I say things or do things that sometimes the knowledge acquired is intense.
The reason I came.
Farish.
Whether I knew it or not, that was the reason I came.
Puts that little nugget of knowledge,
we're together.
His response in there. And, okay, my friend, we'll go into my room. And,
I think I do get the pudding at some point between that.
Perfect.
Because I wanted to do that outside, so outside the front of the inn is when I will do that. I won't do that inside in case I summon like the dragon. I did not do that.
Eat your pudding, and after a bowl of pudding, just come up in my room. I will leave it
Oh,
unlocked.
I can eat the pudding and you can do your thing. It's fine. I'm just sitting, just eating my pudding.
Okay. Yeah, no, so I will start my ritual, and I'm going to put the incense in the shape of a crystal ball, in the shape of my god. Hold on. That is. Oh my gosh, I have it right here. Background. Oh, there it is. Savaris. Um, I'll lay the ivory strips out, and I'm gonna have everything in front of me, and I'm gonna take my shirt off, and be sitting there with my pants and my back exposed, and as I am laying down
Okay,
the
now,
ivory,
oh, hang on a sec. What exactly are we doing here?
I am going to cast a spell,
I know when you
and
took your shirt off, I got nervous there for a minute. Sorry. Keep going.
you are an adult male. You just need to calm down. Get over yourself, buddy. And as I'm laying down the strips, I'm opening my mind, and you'll notice that Varish reaches under the bed because when he did his divination spell, he took a bottle of wine, and you know he doesn't normally drink wine. And before he says the last syllable of the ritual, he takes a big, long chug of the wine and sets it down and lays the last piece of ivory down. And Jason, I am casting Legend Lore. Do you want me to put it in
Hey.
chat?
No, I know how it works. Are you okay with waiting until after this session for me to give you the results of the spell?
Yes.
I'm only asking because I could write about this, but like there's stuff I would. I'm trying to think of how to say this. It's gonna work, but I don't know what all information I want to give you right now.
Secret information.
Yeah, I am gonna give you a lot of information, but like
He's gonna
it would
whisper.
Be better it'd be better if I could write it out, as opposed to just making it up on the spot right now.
No.
If that's okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
So in game, you have this spell works, and you have that knowledge right now. It's just I'm going to tell you what it is out of game afterwards.
Perfect. And I would say that since it's instantaneous, it would literally look like I just put the bottle down, I snap my head up, and then I'm like, I turn, and I'm very sweaty now, right? And I go, my friend, I think I have information that'll help you with your mission. And he just smiles. He goes, now go. Starts to take his pants off.
Yeah, out of your bails.
Right.
And as soon as he turns his back, he stops taking his pants off and puts them back on. He's like, that guy is a weirdo. And,
Okay, other group, are y'all heading back to the inn to meet up with them?
That's where I'm headed. Unless
Okay.
anybody else has another errand.
No, that's it.
You guys make your way from the circus grounds back to the Blue Water Inn, and there you reunite with the party, and you're no longer
I'm
split.
downstairs eating my pudding.
while he's done with that, before we all meet back up, I am going to pull up my crystal ball and focus on Victor.
What's your base spell DC?
It's for the ball, which is actually lower than mine. Oh no, it's a DC 17.
Hold on.
Boy.
Yeah, Dylan. I have a feeling that like Audivir, he is he looks incredibly confident and like, because he looks like, the joke is he's the next contestant on Barovia's, most eligible bachelor or whatever. And but he's incredibly naive and unworldly, like he really is. So yeah, that like he probably would never have been in that kind of situation. Like what the hell, what the hell is this? So yeah,
Perfect.
incredibly naive.
Denier is not a bad god, so I would say that if you are familiar with holy imagery, like he's just kind of a neutral.
I don't think he would. See, that's the thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
literally I think that he's been his life has been like he knows his gods. He knows his service to Helm. He's basically he was adopted by the paladins of Helm, so he's lived in the service of Helm his entire life, except for when he was younger. So yeah, he would actually not have probably no because they're probably like, I don't know anything else but that. Yeah, he was adopted and all of that into stuff. So yeah, incredibly naive.
Okay.
Hang
Well,
on.
So
Give me 1 more minute.
yeah.
oh, you're good.
To retcon it,
So yeah,
Varys would turn and say, "Do not worry, it is not an offensive god. Helm would not be unhappy."
well, I don't even know. I don't even know if it would be even religious. I think he would just be like, what? Whoa, like he's probably not even seen a ritual of that sort with that, So like, whoa, what is this all about? Like that's okay. You do your crazy shit.
Yes. Again, it was well worth it. I learned quite a bit.
You see Victor in a room. It's a study, a very large study, with various mismatched furniture. Tables are strewn about with pieces of parchment with various diagrams and incantations written on them. There's a bookshelf that's full of bones. You see a skeletal cat, and it's animated. On top, sitting on top of a box. They're actually, when you start to get a better vision of where this is, you see multiple skeletal cats, and you see Victor writing at one of the tables. He's kind of gangly. He's got a shoulder length black, just greasy hair. He's got a Severus Snape haircut. What's really bothering you is that in the corner of the room, there are 3 children with they're facing the wall, and that they have their backs to the room.
Like a Blair Witch sitch.
Basically.
God dang it. Okay, let me ask you this. Since we've been in the manor, right? And Varish has keen memory. Would you say that I would be able to determine by the furniture that I would have passing through the house that there's a good chance it's in the same area? I'm not trying to break the rules. I'm just saying.
Roll a perception check with advantage.
Okay. That's a 20. And
You think that this is probably in the Burgomaster's mansion.
okay. I don't know if this helps, but my passive investigation is 23. Okay.
We're good with what you rolled.
We're good. Okay, perfect. No. Good. Yeah, no. Put the crystal ball away, towel myself off, get back into the chair, put a shirt on, and go downstairs.
Okay.
Well,
So, yeah.
tracksuit.
As you go downstairs, the other 3 people from who are at the carnival walk into the inn.
Well, what have y'all been up to? We have had quite the adventure.
Benedict just kind of like sits down at a table and just like waits for a waiter to come up and order some dinner.
And like Silex is still like pretty bloody. Like Benedict only like half healed him of all the damage that he took there. He's got like cuts in his clothes, blood on his face, and he just looks over at the bartender and waves too.
Press a dissertation, you. Like, you have something on your face. Let me help with that. And you're blasted. All the blood is off of you.
There's off, and then like then the blood starts just seeping back through the shirt.
Yeah, it's just like another little dribble.
Yeah, I put my hand on you, and you get 20 points back.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Right, what are we doing, guys?
Benedict, while he's waiting for food, he pulls the bag of holding out and says, "We got some shit," and like just dumps all of the stuff out on the table for everyone.
Yeah.
No explanation, just like dumps it on the table.
Like most auditions, it was bullshit. But, worked out, I guess.
If you did get the job, we met a famous monster hunter.
At that, Cheyenne is going to get up, walk over behind the bar, grab a bottle of anything, and then walk back to the table and start drinking straight from the bottle.
Danica is tending bar, and she just looks at your face and just nods.
Yeah, so like Benedict, as he's like dumping this stuff on the table, he's like, "Yes, we met a celebrity apparently," and he pulls out the little like sheet that Von Richten had signed and just like sort of puts it on the table for Audivir or Varesh to look at.
Okay, you're gonna like try to.
Have I heard of this guy?
Okay.
No, you would not have.
Okay. Don't yell at me. Okay.
He's not known in Faerun.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, hold on. It's gonna be okay. Get a jump, and then come home, and we'll have to get you a new battery.
Oh no!
Okay. All right. Get it taken care of. Okay. What do you want?
Oh no!
Okay.
Sorry.
All will
Sorry.
be well.
It's my fault that his battery is dead, even though I told him how to take care of it. But
Yeah.
good.
So
Sorry.
what you missed while you're doing that is I dumped all the shit on the table that we got, and I also pulled out the note from Von Richten where he lays out his druthers or his like bona fides and said, "Oh, we met a celebrity." And Audivir looked at it and didn't know who it was, and I don't know whether you would or not. Probably not.
No.
Apparently,
Very
another
impressive.
ally, or at least a purported ally.
Impressive, I must say. And then we have our discussion about how the goggles. Yes, my friend, I know this is probably not your aesthetic, but to be able to see them as they hide.
Yeah. Okay.
Would be nice.
Come on. So I put him on.
Do y'all have anything else y'all want to discuss? Because I think this is probably a good stopping point.
Do I see any undead? I put him on. Did I see any undead?
You do not.
Oh. Okay.
Perfect.
These don't work. I'm take it back off.
Yeah, I think we're good. Oh, I tell them all about Victor. Oh, but you know what? Hold on. Before I do that, I tell them all I use my telepathy and tell them all individually, like, I'm going to tell you a secret, but be very secure. Just stand by, and I whisper in each one of their heads what I saw about Victor.
Okay. Yeah, all of y'all just hear in your heads everything I described to him about where Victor was.
We'll need to attend to that one at some point.
Yeah, that
The children are
That's high on my-
problematic.
yes.
Does anyone want any of these items? Does anyone want to lay claim? I like the quill. I can also, if no one wants to claim it, we can just keep it in the bag of holding, and I'm happy to carry it, or someone else can lay claim to it.
I think as we go into the castle, the chalk will become very handy.
As will the horn of silent alarm. I mean, if we're sneaking around and need to alert someone, that could be quite useful.
I think this one plays the instruments. Am I not
I mean,
mistaken?
I'm laying claim to this. If
The horn or the
nobody
lute?
else- The loot.
Of course, yes. The horn perhaps would go to whoever is watching. Like if we're having to send someone in to sneak into a place, perhaps we leave someone to watch the corridor behind them. That would be useful.
Yeah, that could be a
our
pass around.
sneakiest member.
Yes.
It looks like, except for the goggles, which I don't care if we actually write out. I think everything actually is in D&D Beyond. The quill is just called Quill of Accuracy.
Okay, cool. What is the dust of reappearance do again?
You throw it into the air. Anything that's invisible within X radius has to make a dexterity save. If they fail, they appear for a minute.
Okay.
You know what? I have a unique ability to be able to see the invisible, and perhaps I might be able to maximize the effect of this dust.
I think maybe whoever is sneaking into the castle and trying to go in places and make sure that no one else is in the room should probably take some too.
Fair enough.
I think we have 3 charges of it, essentially.
We can distribute it as we see fit. Perhaps we get the little leather bag and put 1 and 2, 1 to 2 split.
That works.
Perfect. I will take the dust. I'll put down 2 charges.
Does anyone want the bag of holding?
Oh, yeah.
Light.
We shall put it on the bag. The bag on the chair. It'll look very unassuming.
Indeed.
Plus, he's kind of carrying the most stuff, so it's kind of the most useful.
That's true.
Yes, I'll bag of holding.
And if anybody hadn't already did this, Benedict throws the amulets to everyone and explains what they do and says, "I recommend we wear these at all times."
You don't need to look those up. I'm just gonna have you equip them.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else you want to take care of? Because I think otherwise that's a good stopping point.
No,
Perfect.
just for flavor. After dinner, Benedict's gonna go upstairs and sit at the desk and get a journal out and start from memory trying to read in bullet points, essentially write the story of his history because he knows that something's missing, but he's not sure what. And he basically stays up late doing that.
Cheyenne's gonna do the opposite. She's gonna take the bottle of whatever she got behind the bar with her upstairs and try to erase the nightmare.
It's not nighttime yet. It's around 7:30.
Yep.
I mean, you're looking to retire.
I don't know about where you live.
That was
but
that was
7:30
harrowing.
out when I go to bed.
Everyone in the party is 75.
Everybody who went to the carnival needs some alone
It's
time.
6 p.m. It's time to call it a night.
Yeah. Oh man, I thought we'd be ready for the castle next time, but it looks like one more session. But so yeah, next time we can close out whatever you have left in Vallaki and go to the feast. But yeah, shit, great job, everyone. Next time, everyone gets inspiration because there's no reason. There's no reason to pick anyone after a session like that. That was phenomenal. I have been
Yeah, that was a good
waiting.
session.
I have been waiting to do that nightmare sequence. You have no idea how long. And then it kept not happening, and it kept not happening, and then Neil didn't want to go to the carnival, and I'm like, fuck.
I really thought it was going to be something in the castle, so I was like, once I realized